spaghetti.
I got it. I got this.
You know what's so funny is that whenever you guys do music, I usually don't listen.
That's
That's
damn.
fucked up.
So we can play whatever we want, right? So
Well, we were trying to DJ it to be
It's to help you.
like
I have my
D&D
own
music.
theme
I
song in
know.
my head.
I know.
I am schizophrenic.
is there like a Kerth? Is there like hold on wait what's the Kerth theme song called?
We
was
haven't
a
been doing
joke.
We
that.
removed that.
It was a joke theme song.
We'll play it on repeat for the entire session.
Well, good thing I'm not listening.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you guys finished a long rest, and we're gonna do some time skip stuff. So if there's anything that you guys wanted to resolve when you woke up, now is the time to do it. If not, we're gonna go by increments of weeks.
How?
Oh?
Oh my God. Weeks.
Weeks? Not
Yes.
days?
Weeks.
Okay. So anything I'd like to resolve?
Yes.
Fuck. Where did I don't even remember specifically where we left with everyone.
And the first week will be catching up to the time of your next trade deal with, or actually, we're not even gonna do that. It's just, basically, we're gonna jump weeks, and whatever happens over the course of that week will be narrated rather than fully role played out, just so we can get through your actual investigation of the insurgents.
Okay. I think it'd be really funny if Perseus is trying his best not to get really, really annoyed with his new wife. Because she's super like
Dominant.
gung-ho about being the dominant one, and he's just like, sure, whatever, and he just kind of does what he wants anyway.
She's not really inconvenient to you in any way over any course of time. It's just that, she said that in that moment to fortify herself for her new life at sea. So, she's very mild-mannered.
Yes, but she's being annoying about being the top, you know.
You know what? Your fucking teammates are being annoying about it, not her.
Oh, they're being annoying about. Oh, okay. In that case, so has she and I found common ground, and do we finally respect each other after a week,
Well,
or does it take several weeks?
She has respected you this whole time as just a person. She has respect for people as living beings.
She talked down to me.
No. And if I have conveyed
DM,
then that's my fault.
I thought that was the point of her character.
No, she's not like a superfluous bitch. She's just... It's that moment of, I went from living in a mansion to living on a boat in a room with a guy who is maybe not a person still. And he keeps saying he's undead.
Okay. She is aware that he's at the very least like a tiefling from hell, right?
That's what everyone thinks you are. It's just you keep saying that you're undead, and it kind of gives that impression of, this guy's fucking crazy, isn't he?
Okay. Has she met Vianen yet?
Probably Vian. First, let's. Is there anything anyone needs to resolve before we go over the first week? Well, actually, first week. Is there anything that needs to be resolved with anybody right now? I will take
No.
Silence as no. Yes. So over the first week, the trade deal for the rum goes through. Vianen does stop by to visit. With his dad. And his dad gives you another vial of that mercury. Have you tested the mercury vial at all on any weapon?
No, I have not. I'm just kind of collecting it.
Okay, so now you have 2.
2 vials of mercury. Did I even add the first one to my inventory?
I will ask you to name it, not vial of mercury poison, because it is not just mercury in that vial.
Here, let me see if it'll let me add.
The most common poison made with mercury is mercury cyanide.
Thank you, you fucking nerd, for spoiling my fun.
Wait,
where did that get
It's also
added?
magical.
is
On top of
Morag
that, so
is
fucking deal with
Morag
that.
gonna kill Liska?
It's magical?
I mean, do you think she will? It is magical.
Is it a potion of poison?
No. It is very. It is like it. It is a homebrew item, and it is meant to be pretty good, but that's why you're not gonna get a lot of them.
Okay, question real quick. The last remaining person besides my dad in the old adventuring party is Strider's mom, right?
No.
Who else is there?
There was Kilkrin, the wizard,
Yeah, well, who's not captured?
Morag, the barbarian bard.
Mm-hmm.
There was Liska the druid, young Strider the other
Mhm.
druid, and Harkonaz
Mhm.
the bard.
Harkonaz. Who the fuck is that?
You guys have actually met him, but totally glossed over
When?
him and left. When you actually met Zanarei. Zanarei knows who he is.
Faf doesn't remember.
He was the
Neither
only
do I.
dragonborn
He was-
in the Aarakocra lands. And he was there
Yeah,
just
wasn't he
playing
like?
music.
Yeah.
Zanarei, you
Somebody
would know
died.
that he is hiding out amongst the Aarakocra because Morag's return.
Yeah.
And also, like, they're very aloof, and so is he, so he fits in.
So the only people we need to worry about is Liska and my dad. Because
As far as
you're-
you know, maybe.
her mom is like a god, right?
But that document that I sent you guys when you all first started, at the very bottom,
Mhm.
there's a little lyric, and it's written by Harakan the Bard, and that's him.
Why didn't Kilcrin say anything?
Kilkrin was already taken before you guys got there. Are you talking about him being in
Yeah.
the party? It's because, well, you don't really know.
Fuck you, Kilcrin. Even in whatever the fuck kind of ring or whatever, you still fucking me.
Is anyone else doing anything?
Nope.
I don't want to like interrupt anybody.
Go ahead.
I did want to give Lenora a potion of lesser restoration.
So with this potion of lesser restoration, Lenora's ability to speak is restored, and she's as she was before she was forced to drink acid. But she still doesn't talk very much due to the fact that, for one, she has not talked in a good while, and on top of that, it is still pretty traumatic. Which she would have confided in Zanarei with those details. Is there anything else?
For the week?
Yes, for this week. Your trade deal
Okay.
does go through. You get another 4,000 gold.
Captain?
We pay them 40 for the week. Everybody.
Cool.
Uh,
Go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say that I think that over the week, Strider would have done 3 things pretty much. For the most part, splitting his time between them. One, learning the ropes of like of the administrative work of being a captain of a ship. Potentially from like the dockhands or just like
Good.
from his connections.
He goes to a little class.
Yeah. 2, he would probably do some investigative work around to see if he can figure out what's going on with his mom and Killereth. And then also he would spend some time trying to like magically incorporate his quarterstaff with the moonsicle. But other than that,
amazing. You can use the moonsicle as your druidic focus.
yeah, I know.
But
I mean, it's already that.
Each week I'm gonna ask that, since you are all your entire crew, but you as PCs are on the mission to find these insurgents, every week I'm gonna ask anyone who wants to can make an investigation check. And it's a pretty high DC, and the DC will lower as the weeks do wear on. But if any of you get a nat 1, there will be consequences.
I think that, oh god, Perseus should stay far away from this.
Can we use different skills to try and
Yeah, that's what I was
gather
gonna ask.
information
Because
in different
like,
kinds of ways?
is there any way that Strider could use his knowledge on nature, since he knows that they fled out into the wilderness to do investigative work?
You can use a skill of... You can use any skill you like to give yourself advantage on your investigation. But in the end, you will still have to use investigation.
Okay, who here's got it better than a +0?
I have a +1.
I have a
Not
+2.
Not
Ooh.
me. I have a. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm
Wait,
going
wait.
to go do something else.
What about
Wait a minute.
Lenora?
What about
What's her?
Fuck. What
What's
about
her
Win?
investigation?
What does Win have? Like, what's she good at?
Win is charismatic and intelligent.
Okay, that's good for us.
Let me grab their character
Does
sheet,
she
but
have
I
a
them in
stat
folder
block?
over here.
Oh, she has a character sheet. Yeah. Can I just get a copy of Win's character sheet, DM?
I would have to make it digitally because I have it on paper. I've been practicing with paper character sheets.
You're good. I think I'll take a picture of it too. That's totally fine. I don't really care.
I'm not gonna do that just because my handwriting is atrocious. So I will
Dog,
get you a
it's
digital
okay.
one, I promise.
My handwriting's probably just as bad, if not worse. Don't worry.
But yes, Win is intelligent and charismatic. But I'm also going to say that your crew cannot make the investigation, as you four are the heroes. And also, they have jobs to do around the ship, and you guys don't.
We're not allowed to use our resources.
They could give you advantage if you can give me a good cause of how they would help you in your investigation.
So, fellas, hear me out.
So-
And I go up to Strider, right? Strider, hey.
Yes.
So, like, Win knows the area. Do you think she'd be a help or not for the investigation?
Well,
I still need to
I
ask her.
happen to know that they fled away from the city. So, I mean, yes, maybe for figuring out what they've done in the city, but not as to maybe where they are. But sure,
I mean,
yeah.
like, general landscape, you know?
Okay, yeah, then maybe.
But Frank, you do make a great point. I will let you pick one crew member, and you will tell me how they will help you, and I will roll that skill that they're going to use, and they can possibly give you advantage. And you can also have a chance of giving yourself advantage by using your own unique skill. So, if you don't roll high on your own roll, you can use a crew member's roll.
Then I would like to go up to Win after that short conversation and ask her if she'd be willing to assist.
Of course, she would.
If not, then we also have Lenora.
All of your crew members are very much willing to help you. They all respect every single one of you. You guys
Except for Louisa, she wouldn't respect anybody.
Louisa did have respect for you guys. I have been keeping track of your reputations with people, and your crew adores you guys. They're just...
I don't want to see fucking Perseus's reputation with anyone. It's probably horrific.
It's actually surprisingly good.
Wait, what? Huh?
You did have a child.
You've
That's-
been doing a lot
damn.
of good around the city, and you've been very respectable with how you treat crew members. You treat them like people and not just tools.
Oh, wait a minute. Farron's on the ship, too.
Yes. He is a,
Oh, fuck.
Farron is a level 3
He was a
fighter.
guard, right?
Yes.
Oh, he's probably not very smart.
He's not very intelligent, no. He is strong and dexterous.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll probably approach Win, but that's
You hit. Never mind.
What? What's up?
No, I was just gonna say that you do also have 2 people that can fly.
Right.
We have people that can fly.
You guys can use
I mean,
whatever
we can fly for a
resource-
minute.
You can use whatever resource you guys have at your disposal to gain advantage on your investigation. But in the end, it will still be an investigation.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go up to Win. Hey, Win. Do you know like the area directly outside the city? Not like, I don't know. Are there any like outposts or anything that might be used for nefarious deeds? Any kind of ruins or something? Or caves too.
Wynn is not from Morncall.
Fuck.
And she did tell you this when you guys got married.
That doesn't mean I can't ask.
She is from Terralin, where the high elves that don't speak funny live, the not French ones.
I was wondering why she wasn't French.
Hey, DM question.
Yes.
Tarolin?
How far is Lenora's home?
She is from Terralin. It's about... Actually, hold on. I need to... I meant to do this before
Last
the session
time you
started.
said it was like weeks,
Right. I meant to do this before the session started.
I believe.
I've been really fucking slacking on how long it takes to travel in D&D, and also how big Kerth is. Kerth is the size of Australia.
The size of what you cut out?
My co-
Of Australia.
Your mic is not picking up right now.
Am I good now?
DM exploded.
Fuck.
There he is.
We got the fuck. That's very bad.
Hello.
Ears hurting.
Can you hear me now?
DM's gone. We can do whatever we want now.
Please. Please, somebody tell me you can
Hello.
hear me. Hello?
Sometimes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, am I good now?
There's like a big delay on it. It also we didn't hear you just now.
Okay, it's the size of Australia.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I don't know how big Australia is, so it doesn't change
It's
anything.
it's almost 3 million miles squared.
I'll ask Ian.
He would know. He's a pretty smart guy. But yes, except Australia doesn't have a bunch of water in the center of it.
A giant thing in the middle.
Yeah.
What if Walnut has like it was their plan all along? They just like created a bigger and bigger moat, and eventually it just like took over the whole entire middle of the thing. I should bring that idea to the college in one call.
Interesting. I didn't.
That's how it was formed.
Reading, so I have no idea what you said. Are you suggesting that Walnut-Kaz, the inner sea is a moat around Walnut-Kaz that was dug?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Technically, all of the races of Kerth besides gnomes and elves, are all types of immigrant.
Okay, can I?
Even then, the gnomes were spawned from the linwood trees, and the elves stepped out of the Feywild on Kerth. Excuse me, Ben. Please don't do that.
Over this week, I want to try and create some clockwork plate, new armor. That's not grimy orc armor. I mean pirate armor. Pirate. I'm not racist. Pirate armor.
Ben, don't mess
Guys, I
with that.
swear to God, I'm not racist, guys.
It is very rare, but it feels like an item that shouldn't be very rare because
no
it does
matter
seem
how
very
you
powerful.
travel to Terralin, you would still be spending at least a week to get there. At most 2 weeks. If you walked from Morncall to Terralin, it would take 2 weeks. But if you were to get closer by sea, it's just a week. But so I'm gonna do this in alphabetical. So Bev, what are you doing this week besides the sale? And are you going to be investigating?
No investigation from me. I'm creating armor. I sent a link in session to see what's your judgment.
Oh, clockwork plate. Are you trying to convert the armor you're wearing to this? Or just trying to make it...
No, I'm making a whole new set.
Okay. How many...
Because Lydia said that she would point me to someone where I could get material.
I believe you purchased the materials already, correct?
Right now I only have 4 iron ingots, but I thought it was going to be like brass.
Technically, the clockwork plate doesn't say what it's made of. It just says interlocking
You're cutting out.
plates. Fuck. Yeah, it doesn't say what material the plate is made of.
It only comes back when you say fuck.
Great. Super great. Why is it?
Yeah, I wanted to make it out of brass.
So when you made the plate, the full plate before, I think that was 9 ingots, right? So I'd say it's just the same, except it just needs over the course of this week, you could make the clockwork plate with the 9 brass ingots, but you'd have to spend another week enchanting it to get this effect.
Okay.
And I just because this is pretty okay. Yeah, another week. So, this week you are crafting the clockwork plate, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And can I also make a little golden timepiece? I already got the materials from Lydia. Just as a new arcane focus.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Perseus, what are you doing during this week?
So I'm gonna spend the first couple days like. Dude, I don't even know what Perseus would be doing. I'll be real. Probably trying to get to know Win a little bit, figure things out, try to do some evil things. You know, I'm going to spend the rest of this week, like 3 days, are spent trying to get to know Win. The rest of the week is going to continue doing that. However, I'm going to try to find that piece of shit that I need to duel. I want him dead. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to murder him with my own 2 hands. It will be so funny.
Do you, I will ask you, do you remember the guard's name? Because that is very important.
No.
Well then, no, you cannot find the guard during this week. But if you would rather spend an investigation rather than looking for the insurgents, you could do an investigation for the guard. If you really want to get back at him this bad for inconveniencing you for maybe 5 minutes.
It's not the fact that he inconvenienced. It's not the fact that he inconvenienced me, DM. It's the fact that he was a dick about it.
Percy needs to take a chill pill.
I will say that
Don't call me that. It's not my name.
the time you spend with Win getting to know her, she would urge you to not be petty, but rather investigate the insurgents, as they have killed innocent people.
But when...
I did give an order to Win for her to keep you in line.
When I've done that. That's a fair point, though.
And he is just some guy. And
Fine.
Strider's gonna pass by you while you're having this conversation and say,
hold on. Don't fucking call me that, Strider. I swear to God, I will rip your throat out of your... Okay, I actually do need to go talk to somebody to see if I can get my memories back.
yes, would you like to spend this week trying to get that done?
I'm gonna go back to the as the school, like, is the headmaster back, basically?
Yeah.
Oh, I got their address too, so.
This week has been very hectic for her, but she is now back to business as usual. She's usually in her office.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the school then.
Yeah, so you can go to the school. Would you like to spend this week? Because what you'll find out at the school is that they've never had a case quite like yours with memory loss, as you both lost your memories in a possible different plane of existence, if that's true. And also, you don't know what happened to you to make you lose those memories. And you have also been in a type of stasis for hundreds of years. So if you would like...
Okay. So I'm a warlock, right?
Yes.
Is there some kind of, like, church that I could go to be like, prodded at?
So on day 1, when you go there, you find out that information. You can spend the week letting them experiment on you to see if any of their procedures work, and you can do that every week.
Hold on, what do you mean by experiment, ma'am?
Basically, they'll try everything they can, but they'll do like one procedure a week kind of situation. So you have time to do other things. It's just you have to dedicate at least a few days maybe to let them just like scry on you, try different spells, go into your dreams, shit like that.
Does it cost money?
They'll do it free.
Okay, then sure, I'll spend a day a week doing this.
Yes. So the more days a week you spend on it, the faster the progress will go. But this week
I look at my little flipbook schedule.
Yeah, the only thing that's on there is that you have written in quickly on every page Doom.
That's so Perseus coded. Yeah, that sounds right.
And on like one of the first pages, it says like insurgents ?
Doom, doom, doom. Insurgents on Monday night at 8 p.m. Doom. Oh yeah, I can probably fit this in. And I close my book. Let's do it twice a week. How about that?
Yeah. So yeah, you can spend this week doing that. Would you also be investigating the insurgents? And how would Win?
How would Win help me? So does Win have any? Win, do you have any like ties to any local like guard or anything that would have information on them to make this process go a little faster, or? Because I mean, you are nobility, so.
She is but one of many daughters to a family, and she entered a contractual marriage to help her gain more of a foothold in nobility. So she's not really anybody yet, but she is her own nobility now.
Okay, Win. We can work on building these connections, right? You will become God, but do you have any nobility connections?
None
from people who are already their own nobility. Damn it. Okay.
She is intelligent, so she can make her own investigation. That would give you advantage, but her investigation does not hold as much bearing as you. And also,
what if we just hit up a local bar and just listen for a while? There's bound to be someone that comes in there and fucks up and says something bad, right?
Yeah, you can give me a like charisma roll to like try and milk information out of people, or a specific skill that has a higher bonus to like listen in, eavesdrop, or like I said, milk people of information.
I look over at Win. Win, I think I know how you could help me with this. The idea is that I convince Win to talk to them on my behalf, because people know who I am because I'm considered a hero, so they're not going to talk to the hero.
Yeah. She's not proficient in any of like the speech skills like deception, persuasion. But she is charismatic, so she does have an already high bonus. So would you like for her...
She's also intelligent, so she would probably have better insight on who to talk to anyway.
I thought insight isn't... insight is wisdom.
Insight is wisdom? Well, she'd probably, at the very least, be able to pick someone out of a crowd.
Right.
Whether or not it's right and completely different.
But with you that's what you want before I roll it, just so that way that's the thing.
Yeah, but I'm gonna, if anything goes awry, I'm obviously gonna be there, like on the sidelines, just in case.
I'm not gonna say that anything bad is going to happen to her, even if she rolls really low. It's just that she has a lack of information, and she maybe feels bad about it if she rolls really low.
Wait, can I spend the time? Can I spend a day just updating her on everything that we know? Then.
Yeah, easy.
Then I'm gonna spend a day of this week. I'm gonna spend one day a week keeping her fully updated.
Amazing.
So if we find anything, so one
for her to go to the bar, or are you doing a different type of investigation? Was the question.
I think we're gonna. So we're probably. Oh, that's your question.
Yes.
So we're gonna start at the bar, because that's like everyone goes to a tavern, you know.
Right, and you guys can bar hop a bunch, and there's a bunch of bars. There's human and elven bars, and you guys go to both of them. Also, over the course of this week, there is a festival, so you can go to that and try and listen on people. And the wall is starting to be taken apart during this week. So there is both elves and
Cool.
humans all over Morncall now.
Cool. Do you want my full week recap? Because I know exactly what he's doing now.
Sure, and I'll just roll for win real quick. You get advantage on your investigation if you investigate this week.
So I'm guessing the bar hopping would be investigating?
Yes, but don't roll your investigation yet. I want everyone who's investigating to roll at the same time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Perseus then, because I know exactly what he's doing, spends probably the first day getting to know Win a little bit more. The next day he goes to the college. They prod him a little bit. He's going to spend 2 days doing that. So that's 3 days. And then for the rest of the week, the next 4 days, it's going to be spent investigating because, trying to track down the guard man is apparently bad.
Okay, excuse Ben. No. This isn't. Sorry, my dog is trying to get on the recliner like it's the couch still, and there's not enough room for both of us, as he is not small. Yeah, that's very good. You do have an advantage on your investigation roll when we get to that. Strider.
Can you just let Ben on the recliner?
I'm the one sitting in it, and this dog pays no bills.
Can I get a picture of your dog? It's kind of fucked up that you don't let him sit in the chair.
I'll do that after the session, alright? We gotta focus, guys. We got a limited amount of time.
Let him in the chair.
No! No chair for Ben. He gets to... He can sleep and sit in the chair when I am not in it. I'm the one that's fucking lifted and carried this recliner by my goddamn self and put it through that fucking door. I sit in it. Strider, what are you doing this week?
That's bad for your back.
Yeah, I know. But I already have a back injury, fuckface. What are you doing this week?
Goddamn, why are you so aggressive, DM? Fuck.
So, like I said, three things really. One, he's going to be spending some time learning how to do the administrative duties of, like, captainship. He would probably maybe ask around the dock to see where it's like a good resource to learn that from. If not, then maybe at the college.
You have a few crew members who are experienced with sailing and working as part of a crew. Cora and Lenora, and partially Farron are pretty experienced with like being on ships and being part of a crew and what the leader qualities of a leader is. Especially Lenora, who was on a part of a task force to hunt pirates.
I forgot that our whole thing was hunting pirates.
Okay.
It's not her whole thing. That's just what she did before she met the party.
No, our
I'm
whole
mostly
thing.
just
My whole thing.
I'm mostly just making sure that I know what my duties are as like a captain, for whenever we like pull into port and stuff like that. Is there like for like paperwork and things like that? Because I mean I can probably intuit a lot of.
Now.
Huh? I mean we could.
Make Lenora captain.
Guys, fellas. Oh, god damn it. We need to get her a coat anyway.
Okay. I mean, sure, I'll sit down and learn with Cora and Lenora or whatever.
No, I need to check the DM. Look at this.
Lenora will teach you the ways of like docking in the port cities for elves, as that's what she knows, and the gnomes, but she is not very. Both of them are not very learned on the ways of the tieflings or the dwarves. But Bav is educated.
We ain't got boats.
You guys don't sail very often, but you do have a port that is near Dwardy. That ships don't go to Dwardy. They go to a like dock place, and they drop off goods there, and then you cart them back to Dwardy. But there is a shoreline very close by to where the entrance of Dwardy is.
Okay, well, I would probably just spend like a couple hours sitting down with each person and like taking note of different procedures that need to be followed, depending on where we're docking and stuff.
Yeah, and
Docking.
Lenora and Cora. Cora teaches you the procedures of the Dragonborn people in Wallenakaz, while Lenora teaches you Elven and Gnomish cultures for docking procedures and maritime law.
Gotcha.
I don't think we're ever going back to gnome people, by the way.
We can go to other places. It's fine.
Well, I guess we don't have a cat anymore. It would be easier.
Hey, Bav. Do you mind if you teach me a little bit about the procedures that I need to follow whenever we're docking? I've already talked to Cora and Lenora about the Dragonborn people and their rulings, and the Elvish and Gnomish people and their rulings. But I realize that I am unprepared if I am to dock at any dwarven ports.
I don't fucking know.
Okay, well, suppose I can learn about it at the college.
No, I'm not.
I guess in Bav's own personal backstory, he's never bothered to learn that.
It's not something that he was interested in at all.
Fair enough. Then I will do the rest. I will do the rest of the research at the college.
Yeah. At the college, you can learn. You can further learn the tieflings ordeal, but not the dwarves. As we can learn what the dwarves do, but it's the most simple thing of you guys are allowed to dock at that docking station, but don't come to Doherty. Fuck you if you can't arrive by boat.
Okay.
The dwarves hate the ocean, which is hilarious because they're surrounded by it.
All right.
Hey man,
Taking note. Do not dock at dwarven cities if you want respect.
Well, you have Bav with you, who is quite respectable amongst the dwarves.
We also have the like one of the dwarven symbols on our ship too.
Right. So it's not. It's just that for the normal procedure is fuck you, give us what we bought, and fuck off. Go back to the ocean where you came from. The dwarves hate the ocean so much that they dug underneath it instead of sailing to Kerth.
Okay.
If you can't see the ocean, it's not on your mind.
And they hate the ocean because the ocean's why they're trapped on Kerth, because it collapsed their tunnels underneath the ocean floor.
Okay, gotcha. Well, as long as I do some research this and learn this stuff, then I'm fine with moving on to the next thing I do.
Cool. Are you investigating this week?
I will be, but another thing that I was going to do, because I was just going to end with that, is that I wanted to take some time. I'm going to be sitting down and just doing some custom work on the Moonsicle. I want to see if it's possible for me to incorporate enough wood, like magically, onto the Moonsicle over time that I could use Shillelagh. The reason is that I want to be able to use my wisdom modifier. So.
Yes. Fuck it. Why not? Yes.
It doesn't actually improve the damage. It actually makes it worse, but I get a better modifier.
You won't use the damage. You'll just use the wisdom modifier.
Okay.
And that's
Is there a roll or anything you need me to make?
No.
Okay.
So, how are you trying to gain advantage in any way for your investigation?
Yeah, I was gonna be spending time investigating the surrounding like woods and forests for potential like locations that they could have used for escape or where they might be near.
Yes. What are you rolling for that? Nature, survival?
Can I be using my wild shape direwolf? Because that gives me advantage on survival checks that rely on smell, if that is allowed.
Yeah.
Cool. That'd be a 20.
Yes, so you have advantage on your investigation roll when we get to that.
Okay.
Zanarei, what are you doing during this week?
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of at a loss. I would take some time to. I want to try to get some. Well, you said Leonora's like from around, right?
She's from Tarlin.
Not from. Yeah, so she's not from where we're currently at, but she's like you said. It was like a couple. It was like a week's travel.
Yeah, so you a week's travel if you all sail there. Or sail halfway
okay.
and then walk the rest. But 2 weeks if you're just walking straight there. But you can spend the week. Well, you can spend the week however you like.
Well, I wanted to get some information to see if there were like any places that people don't typically know about.
Could you?
Other than that, it would just like I don't know, maybe like I guess the first thing that comes to mind are like maybe abandoned mines that people use as like I'm at a loss. Basically like secret passages and stuff that people
abandoned
don't
places.
Yeah.
I would consider that part. Are you searching for the insurgents in these places, kind of ordeal? Like you're learning of places that they could be.
Yeah.
I'm going to count that as part of your investigation. So, is there any way you would like to get advantage on that with another particular skill or a crew member's help?
Frank, stop fucking with my character sheet.
I tried.
What? You guys can
Why
edit
do you
each
have
other's
a wild
character
shape?
sheets?
No, we can't. Why do you have a fucking wild shape used, dog? Have you not learned this yet?
You did take
I
a long
just
time
used
to-
it to do investigation.
You're so
He
right.
just used one.
I just forgot about it. Sorry.
I missed that
Alright.
part.
How are you gaining advantage? If you are.
I don't know if it would necessarily give me advantage, but I would like to ask Lenora for help.
How? She is dexterous and intelligent.
With her brain.
Trying to see.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, if she's intelligent, like,
I know.
why are you?
She could roll an investigation.
Anyway.
And if she rolls high enough on it, she can give you advantage on your main investigation. If that's what you would like. Because she is pretty good at investigating.
Okay. If what else? I guess it would be pretty like it'd be too thick to like get an aerial view, right?
It wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I would definitely try to do an aerial view as well.
Lenora does give you advantage on your investigation. And with an aerial view, the Bloodblade Plains is a type of grassland. So it's like stretch. There's like sparse woods, but it's mostly just grass. And the grass of the Bloodblade Plains are red. There's no green grass anywhere. It is just outside the city. There's like maybe some cliffs or some shit, but like once you get out into like the wilderness, it's just deep crimson red grass that stretches for a long expanse, and like patches of woods where the leaves are also that same crimson color.
Okay. And I guess besides my investigation, I would go. You said there were festivals happening throughout the week, a festival.
Yeah, and it is during this week only, but it does take up the entire week.
Okay, yeah, I would like to like. I guess towards the end of the week, after like all the investigation stuff, just hang out at the festival.
Yeah. So, Bab, Strider, and Zanarei, please give me advantage. Or not, sorry, Bab, not Perseus. Could all three of you make me a advantaged investigation?
Oh, also, I wanted to ask.
That's a natural 20.
19.
If they have any items they want to be crafted by a master craftsman of the highest order.
Ooh, me.
Yes.
I would like a better great axe.
Yeah, but I just want to write some notes down.
I would like a better great axe because this one has been dulled with the blood and iron of my enemies over the last 500 years.
What do you mean blood of enemies of 500 years? You've been sitting your ass on a rock.
I'm sorry, you don't know who the fuck I am. Who the fuck are you, hon? Sorry, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
And not just
It's
like
baby.
not just the PCs, but like also just like in the crew as well.
The crew is very.
I can make anything.
Their accommodations.
I can make all of you anything except for wood and clothes.
Can you?
The latter two are the things they want. So.
Ask the captain for some more money if you want that stuff.
Right. Which Farron uses most of his money to buy utensils and like cookware.
You don't have to use your pay to do that. You just tell the captain, you idiot.
It's just like it's his passion hobby. That's what he did for fun.
Why is Helldivers 2 70 gigs? Fuck.
But
oh my god, I just checked.
With that nat 20, I'm so surprised that someone got a nat 20 on the first try.
We got a nat 20, a 19, and a 17. We did very well.
I think that we should just get this over with.
So good, but you did not hit the DC Ed set. But for a nat 20, I will say that it was going to go down incrementally. The DC has gone down by a lot. So this next week, you guys could very much succeed the check.
I get back to the boat with my new armor and says like, "You guys ready to start the investigations?"
But they've already made like a huge stride.
Yeah.
They have a search area already set.
How did this go for everyone? Like, what specifically happened?
The information you learn over the course of this week with such amazing rolls is that the insurgents do not stay in one place for very long. They are constantly moving. Strider with a nat 20, you recognize these as Eladrin types of movement, and what's left of their camps when they leave them is they're using Eladrin tactics. and
Painful.
You could
Would it
tell
help
that
if I?
your mother is not the only druid among them.
Oh no. What if I change shape into an Eldrin? Would that help, Strider?
You spent your week making armor, so
I could do it as an action.
well, while you were doing that, Strider was out there investigating, so you get back in your new armor and it's like, oh, would it help you if I became an Eldrin, but all you're doing is hurting him?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe once we find them, perhaps if we want to infiltrate, that might help.
I am quite the talker.
And Zanarei, you learned since you were taking more of an aerial view during the week that they are not using underground routes. They are traveling over land. And Perseus, you learned that they have not been going into the city. No one in the city would know of them. And they've been avoiding civilizations.
Oh, I can't fucking wait to ambush these bitches.
Week 2. What is everyone doing?
I go up to Strider.
Both walking up to
both of us. Oh, hey, Bev.
Okay. Since you're both talking to Strider, please choose who goes first so we don't talk over each other.
You know what? I think it's funnier if I'm like in my room, like currently like poring over some bookwork again, and they like both go to knock on the door at the same time.
No, hold on, Bev. Wait, watch this. I slam the door open and I go, Strider! Wait, hold on. Wait, we need to redo this. Oh, I step out and I go, Bev, go ahead.
And Wynn gives you a dirty look for breaking the door. And
it's not fully broken.
The door frame to mend the fucking broken, the broken latch.
It was a splinter.
If my latch broke. That's a magical ass latch.
The lock is magical, but the door frame in which he kicked it, since he is one of the granted users,
it makes the full door magical.
Oh. It makes all of it magical.
Right.
Yeah, it makes the whole door magical.
Since he's one of the ones that you allowed to use the lock, it unlocked, so it allowed him to just like. It's more of the break is not that the door is broken. It's more of like a cosmetic break where it's like now it looks ugly.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, she's like, it's literally okay, Win. Don't worry about it. Okay, Beth, go ahead, kick it down.
You guys, when you first slam the door open, Strider just kind of like looks up surprised, and he looks normal. But when you guys come back in for the second time, he has like hastily put on. He bought throughout the week like a 3-pointed hat with like a green feather in it, and it doesn't. Yeah, it does not like it does like not match his outfit at all. He's just
Strider, what the fuck are you wearing?
What? It's
what?
What seems to be the problem?
You're such a fucking geek.
What? I don't see.
You are such a geek.
I think I actually look the part of the captain now.
You're missing the coat.
Can we stage a coup?
Go back out.
Okay, hold on, Bev, let's close the door again, and we close it, and then I reopen it a couple seconds later.
You guys hear like a and you come back in, and he's like draped curtains over him in a way like a coat would be.
Strider, they're like kind of see-through. We can see your regular clothes underneath. They're
Look, okay. I'm trying,
anyway,
man. I'm sorry.
Anyway, okay. So, Strider, right, Bev, you go first. I need to remember what I was going to say, because I got distracted by his big hat.
Are you going to tell the rest of the crew how sensitive this mission is for you?
I would prefer not to.
Because it sounds like Perseus is just going to start killing people.
Yeah.
Yes,
and I think the job was to bring them back.
What do you mean sensitive?
Yeah, sensitive. Strider, my entire thing is that I was going to march in there and then rip them limb from limb, because that...
The
I
deal was we bring them back here.
would prefer not to kill and maim, as these seem to be mostly Eldrin people, and I used to be a part of an Eldrin tribe, but I'm not sure if I'm wanted anymore.
Is that your only connection to them? The fact that you were part of an Elysian tribe? Because blood isn't thicker than water, buddy.
I mean, that's actually a huge deal for me. It's been a rock in my life, a very important cultural. Perseus, we've got to work on your subtlety, man.
But hear me out, right? Is this your tribe? Is this the tribe you were part of?
Strider's gonna kind of like turn around, facing out like the like circled window that sits behind his desk.
Please don't start singing. Please don't start singing.
With his hat
Please.
and his curtains on.
Trying to look all serious.
Wynn will say, Captain, if these insurgents are in any way close to you, I would suggest that you say nothing in this moment, as this would hold you accountable for their actions in some way in the eyes of many, especially us high elven people. Not me personally, but people who have lost those in the explosion would look at you in a different light and possibly villainize you and the rest of us.
All I'm saying is that the race of these people doesn't fucking matter, and that they blew people up and they deserve to be punished for it.
Yes, Perseus.
Man,
Some
people need to be blowed up.
I'm being direct because it's necessary, because if you're not direct, then you start doing roundabout bullshit, and then things go wrong.
Strider is just kind of like looking out the window quietly as they're conversating behind him. But finally he speaks up and says, no, they are not part of my tribe.
Okay. I'll be subtle. I don't know how to be subtle. If you have no genuine connection to them, then, other than that, I mean, what would you like me to do?
Well, what we're getting paid for is to bring their leaders back alive.
Their leadership back alive.
There's no harm, though, in bringing as many back alive as possible, Perseus.
That is true. They would all be prosecuted.
What is our mode of transportation? Because, the boat doesn't really work on land.
What if we put wheels on the boat?
Well, after our...
That is a great idea. I'm going to start working on that.
I think that the boat should be able to go into the air and also onto land.
Well...
I'm going to go
we need
college.
We need a big metal ram so that it can go through trees. Imagine if it could plow through trees. That'd be incredible, Bav.
You know you're talking to me, a druid, right now.
Okay.
A druid whose father...
I don't really want to hear about... Yeah, I don't really want to hear about you plowing trees.
Oh, it's not the only thing I've plowed before.
I mean, actually, I'm okay with that kind of plowing, but not the other one.
What do you...
Oh,
I mean,
what? What?
Yeah, you're a married man, Perseus. What are you talking about?
Everyone has their pasts. It's just... It would be important...
I turned to Strider, and you can tell that he really wants to make a your mom joke.
Strider's gonna kind of like egg him on, like get back into his seat and kick up his feet onto the desk. Yeah, what do you mean, Perseus?
Your mother.
Oh, you think that it's okay for you to say that to your captain?
Yes.
We're like bros, right?
Say such things to the captain. Darling, I would urge you to maybe investigate somewhere else.
Well, today's Monday, which means it's time to get poked and prodded to see if they can bring my memories
And
back.
you should go do that right now, and I will go with you, but I have a suggestion for the captain. As for our mode of transportation, with the recent gold we have gotten from the sale of the dwarven rum, we could buy a cart and maybe a horse.
But in like a couple of levels, I can just cast Find Steed.
And
Yeah,
that
let's
is
just
not
farm some XP
right
on
now.
some
Um,
townspeople.
But also, Captain,
Yes, D.
as a druid, you can transform into large creatures, and you could save gold by pulling the cart. And I would never
I think he only does.
Oh.
I would never suggest that our
He only does
captain-
octopus.
It's very bold of you to
Perseus-
suggest that I
Perseus
pulled
starts
card.
clapping. Perseus, that's so smart.
I
my
was
God,
going
you
to
are
suggest
so
that,
smart.
so I'm not mad at you, but
Well, forgive me, Captain. It's just I would prefer we use as little funds as possible in case of emergencies, as you know.
yeah, that's true.
We are probably going to go to battle soon, and our cart may not survive the battle, so we may need a replacement afterwards.
Cards aren't for battle.
Win, question, how strong are you? How good are you in battle?
I have never fought.
I
in my
recommend she
life.
stays on the boat.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she'll
you're gonna
die.
stay on the boat, ma'am, and
Fine.
then I will train you, and then you will become stronger, yes.
And for the last week, Win has gone everywhere with you. Win has been at your side
listen.
and everything, and even while you're being like tested on, she has been like sitting
Oh
there
my God.
watching and waiting for you to finish.
Has anything happened to him during this time?
I will say that you learned that there is something under the armor, and you are a person. You are a regular tiefling, pretty much, and you are not undead. That is
The
something you
helmet
learned.
stayed on. The helmet will never go off.
The helmet stays on
They
during
did,
sex.
But they took off one of your
The helmet say
gauntlets.
if you okay, yeah, that's fine. If they can take off the gauntlets,
Oh.
they can't take off the chest piece or the armor. Those things stay on.
You were very combative
Perseus.
when they try to do anything like that.
Look,
But
Hey,
I
don't fucking touch me! And then
no,
like what happened
Perseus,
is that
I have a helmet too now.
my form of dread happened, and then they got scared. Oh my God, Bav, you're helmet brothers.
What is that?
We have
Are you,
helmets.
are you trying to survival your way out of the room?
What?
He just rolled
Huh?
a survival check
Yeah.
for me.
What?
Who?
Huh?
Who?
It just showed up that you rolled a survival check.
I have not rolled anything.
Yeah.
No, it's Strider.
He rolled that.
I did that earlier, so it's probably just a delay.
Okay.
Oh
so,
yeah,
like,
23-minute delay.
Okay. Hold on. Fuck. I lost my train of thought because I. Okay.
I will say though, if you refuse to take off your helmet and your chest piece, it will take them longer to test on you.
That's totally fine. The helmet will never be taken off. I look over at Win. Update. I forgot to tell you this, Captain. I'm alive. I'm not dead.
Yeah, I knew that.
Everyone knew that, darling.
What do you mean?
You clearly have the appearance of a man.
Also, you get hungry.
That's what that is?
Yes, that's why Farron has been cooking for you every day.
Well, I eat like one really big meal.
It is also weird that you won't take the helmet off and you just pour the soup through the slats in the helmet.
He has the straw.
Well, yes, he has his.
Yeah, I pull out my swirly straw.
You know, Farron,
It has a
Farron has to make,
pentagram
like,
on it.
You know that Farron has to make like a special version of the soup every day, one that's like not as viscous and easier to get through your straw.
Isn't that what he's paid for?
I mean, it is, but it just makes the food take longer for everyone.
Well, I don't see what the problem is.
I
He's
could
also
make
said that he enjoys
bigger straw.
cooking, so it's not that big of a deal
Yes,
to him.
the challenge that it takes to make sure that I, Perseus, and I flex my right arm to keep me fed. That is the greatest challenge.
Hey, since the newlyweds are in the room, do you want me to make rings?
Wynn looks at you confused. Rings?
Oh,
Yeah.
it is tradition in like every other culture that isn't, I guess, Elvish, to have a ring on your finger to show that you were taken.
True, yes, and we do that in Elven culture as well when we are
Oh, you looked confused when he said rings,
romantically
so I just
married,
kind of.
But we are contractually married. I enjoy your company, but we have not gotten to the stage in which we are ready to have children. So we would not wear rings until then.
I guess if I'm alive, I guess I can technically have kids. That's crazy. I've never thought of this before. The
I'll lean over.
prospects.
Lean
The
over to Perseus and
prospects.
whisper, I'll get the rings ready.
I look at Bav and I give like a smirk under the helmet and the thumbs up.
Anyways,
Strider starts putting the curtains back.
Hold on, Strider. Are you tall enough to do that?
Yes.
Strider is so fucking tall. He is taller.
I know he is. Perseus is like 6'6". How tall is
Oh, no,
Strider?
never mind.
6'4".
Yeah, Strider is slightly shorter than you, but you're both so fucking tall.
Actually,
I can also just wild shape to get taller.
how much height do you get from being in plate armor? Because that would put him at almost like 6'10", right? 6'8".
From plate armor?
Because being in armor makes you taller.
Kind of?
Out of armor, he's 6'6". I don't know what he'd be in armor, especially with that fucking helmet.
The typical characteristics. Well, the typical characteristics assumes like the sole of a shoe as well, so it probably wouldn't actually increase by that much.
Right.
And then he's like 6'7" in armor, whatever. It's fine.
No, you wear combat boots rather than just regular soles. They have like thick ass soles. Like you look like you're wearing pumps.
Perseus's day shoes are just Tim's.
He has
combat Tim's.
I hate to break up this party, but does anybody else have anything for Strider in the moment? Because
why do you talk in third person?
I'm just doing it. I don't know. It's fine.
To move on is why, Frank.
Okay, what were you trying to tell me a moment ago? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
We should get investigating, as that was what we need to be doing before something else happens.
But today is prod day. Tomorrow is investigating day.
Yes, which is why we should get there so we can spend time doing that and leave the captain alone.
Don't talk to me like that. That's so mean. You're talking down to me right now. I'm up
very
here.
Sorry if it seems that way, but I tried being subtle, but you were not picking up on it.
Oh, subtlety is not my specialty.
I know, which is why I had to just say it. I don't
Oh,
want to be mean, as you are very,
Rin.
very kind to me, so I'm just trying my best.
Oh, would you like to grab any food on our way, by the way?
I already have the food Farron made for us to take with us to the appointment, so we just need to go before we waste any more time. Yes, Bav.
You got my old armor.
No, armor is usually too heavy for me to wear. I don't wear armor.
I didn't know that was a thing that happened to people.
Yeah. No, that happens.
Yes.
Armor's very heavy.
Not all of us can be as strong as you two. Can we please go to the college for our appointment?
Okay, hold.
Here.
We were only late by 45 and a half minutes.
Can you guys please get out of my office? I've really tried to work here.
Strider, I swear to God, I will flip your table.
And she's like,
I'm gonna cast haste on them both with a twin spell to make it so they get there on time.
cool.
See you later.
And she's like is trying to usher you away, and like before, and as she's trying to get like both of you out of here so Strider could have peace. And before she closes the door, she like does a bow and closes the door.
I give her like a little like a wave and mouth thank you.
No, I'm like being dragged away. She's grabbed my cape and is pulling me away.
She is physically not even feasibly strong enough to do that.
She tugs on it, and I fall out.
But she's trying to get out of there so fast
Dramatically.
that after the battle, she immediately closed the door. She didn't even have time to see or acknowledge your thank you.
It's okay to be late sometimes. You don't have to be punctual every single time.
You also don't have to be late every single time.
I'm not late every single time. Only 3 out of 4 times. 75% of the time.
No, this is the 4th time, and we are 4 for 4 on being late now.
No.
Well, that means that
Keep
next
going.
time we'll get fine.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Bav, but we were late before you cast a spell on us.
Start running now.
And I don't want to run.
Okay.
So we will just walk
I
fast.
start casually. I can just pick you up.
Okay. As long as we get there. And she hops into your arms. Carry me away.
Okay, I run. I dash, actually.
Cool.
Because we're hasted. How long does haste last?
60 seconds. And then you're lethargic
fuck.
for 6.
We're not. My running while lethargic is step.
Cool. Bav, what are you doing during this week?
Enchanting the armor.
Cool. Perseus, what are you doing during this week besides your appointments?
I'm gonna take a day instead of investigating. I'm going to see if I can figure out if I can try to train Win at all.
Train her.
Try to get her. Try to. Well, I need to figure out what she's good at first.
She's good at practical magic.
Oh, right. So she's a. What class was she again?
She is a divine.
Hey, Win, what class are you?
She is a draconic sorcerer.
Right. Oh my God. Right. Do you think I could convince her to? Oh God.
Multi-class?
Oh no. Perseus. Yeah, run into multi-class and to fight her.
I'm not gonna lie to you. She is a level 1 sorceress.
Get these fucking sorcerers off my boat.
I thought you said she was level 3.
No,
there's already
Cora is level
too many.
3, the other sorceress.
Oh God.
She,
Okay, so I
she
look
told
at
you she has
when
never fought a day in her fucking life.
Okay, so would you like to learn, or would you like to learn combat to train with me? You can just throw whatever you want out at, and we'll do a little sparring thing, and then I'll do my assessment on you, and then we'll go from there.
You can spend this week attempting to train her, or you can investigate. Not both. As one, they're both time consuming, especially with a person like this.
Do we feel happy with what we got for our investigation for this first week, and how many weeks do we have?
The first week was amazing, so it's still up to you. The DC
So
has
we're
lowered
ahead of the curve,
significantly.
right?
Yes, that
Oh,
Strider's Nat 20 helped you guys so fucking much.
My Nat 19, the highest I could possibly roll without it being a critical.
Yeah,
Ooh,
everyone rolled so good that it put you guys ahead. So
Then then I think I'm going to commit to trying to get her to at least be able to defend herself.
she as an elf, she is proficient with simple weapons. Or actually, what? Elves are proficient with
Yeah,
bows.
Bows, long swords, short swords, stuff like that.
Having the capability to use something does not mean that they are actually good with it.
Yes,
Change my mind.
You do help her.
You have to pick it up
hone
first.
that, because she has mostly spent her life using magic. So, Strider, your week. Don't fucking come at the sound of weak, bro. What the fuck?
I wasn't. I was just breathing out.
Okay.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
getting a quick VJ.
Alright, Strider, what is your week look like?
just a lot going on. I didn't really think about it. Do Zanarei first.
Zanarei.
You really think that Zanarei has her shit together? Brother, you are mistaken.
Bav is the only one that knows what he wants to do.
I sent Ethan a thing, so I probably would have tried to spend a little bit of time talking to him about and trying to explain what magic item Strider was talking about with that. I'll send it to you as well, DM.
The Dagger of Denial.
That. More silver.
My lock isn't good enough.
I mean, yeah, I think Strider would actually dedicate, considering the circumstances, Strider would probably dedicate most, if not his entire week, to the investigation.
Cool. How are you getting...
Maybe obsessively so.
The same way as last time?
I think Strider would probably try and, knowing the pattern in which they set up their camps, try to anticipate and predict where their next camp will be.
Very interesting. But how?
He would also I would say he's gonna use like a fox form or something like that instead of like something that gives him advantage on this, because he would try to stay incognito while in the forest as well, as he gets closer to figuring this out.
Advantage for this?
What?
It
happened again.
Are you foregoing advantage?
Oh yeah, you're cutting out, DM. I was like, oh man, he's been quiet.
Uh-oh. Am I good now?
Well, I'm okay with doing the check to see if I get advantage on investigation, but I'm saying I'm not gonna do the same thing where I do advantage on the survival check if that's what you have me roll.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do. What I'm asking is, are you trying to give yourself advantage on the investigation or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So roll what you're gonna roll while I read this item.
18.
Does Bav have proficiency with thieves' tools?
No.
Then
That's Gabiru.
for this particular, you know what? For this particular weapon, I would say that you would need Gabiru's help to start making it. Because this
Maybe he's involved in like the enchanting part of it, but not like the creation of the dagger.
More specifically in the creation of the dagger, because Bav can do the enchantment part. It's the like actual grooves that make it more of a lockpick.
Yeah, because I have like the enchanting it wouldn't be much different than like using arcane lock, the spell that I already know.
Right. It's just like the type of it's non-magical.
True, and he has a sorcerer, so it's like an innate understanding of it too, rather than like a learned.
Correct. What I'm getting at here is the actual part that is more of a lockpick, where it has the teeth and grooves.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I can talk to Gabiru about it, sure.
But yeah, you guys, if that's what, do you still want to enchant your armor this week?
I would have taken
this? Bav.
I would enchant the armor.
Okay. So yeah, this.
I'll do the talking to Gabiru for him. I'll just probably seek him out at the college one day for a little while.
All right.
I'm probably enchanting in the college.
Yeah, they're both there. What?
I got an 18, by the way, DM.
Cool. Yeah, so you do have advantage on your investigation. Zanarei, have you figured out what you're doing?
I think for the most part, for a majority of the week, she would definitely just be trying to get some sort of like just more information on the investigation, and then Bav can make scrolls, right?
You
Yep.
could make scrolls.
She's gonna. I can make scroll.
You are a spellcaster.
I'm making a find familiar scroll.
Everyone can make scrolls, yeah, as long as you're a spellcaster.
As long as you have the spell.
Yeah, do you know find familiar?
No.
Yeah, you just have to know the spell, that's it.
Well, I guess I'm looking in town because I don't know the spell.
Luckily, it's like a level 1 scroll.
For find familiar, the fact that it is like a part of you, pretty much, the familiar that you conjure with the scroll is going to be just the one that is predetermined, just like how Perseus can make the really flamboyant horse unicorn. It's going to be whoever made the scroll picks.
Well,
the
not yet.
I know,
Can't
but
make it
it's
yet.
the same concept. It won't be like your familiar; it'll just be a familiar.
When we hit level 6, do I take another level in Paladin, or?
That's totally up to you.
I wouldn't get you level 2 spells.
That would be...
Have you not leveled up yet?
I'm level 7. Level 7.
I was like, have you not been level 6 this whole time? And I've just like.
No, yeah, I'm at level 7. I was looking at it and I saw 5th level Paladin and didn't think.
You already have 2nd level spells, so you can already do Find Steed.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
I think you just have to prepare it.
Yeah, you're a prepared caster, so you can just prepare it.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna fuck with that a little bit.
Zanarei, you are doing the double investigate with Lenora again? Is that what you said?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you gain advantage on your investigation. Is there anything else you're doing this week?
Besides trying to get a companion, no.
You can find.
You already have a companion going with you.
Like magic shops or at the college, there's like scrolls. You can easily get a familiar. Just what animal do you want? I will say that the animal is loyal to you by magic, but not by personality. So it's going to be like a very blank personality of that animal.
I think it would be very fitting to have a pet owl.
Yeah, you have a scroll of find familiar that is an owl. The owl will not act as if it is your pet. It is more of that it is just a magical being that is an owl and does what you tell it to do. Basically, the scroll strips all flavor out of the spell.
That's so lame.
Well, maybe
Where's
you
the
should
spice?
take
Have you tried
levels in Wizard or something that can get a fucking familiar instead of Bard.
No, DM, I never thought of that.
Allowing the spell to operate the way that it operates normally.
It's just that it's a scroll enchanted by someone else, so they just make blank scrolls. If you were to custom make one or have it custom made, they could flavor it, but it would be like, it would be weird. It would still be kind of like not right.
I mean, spells are spells no matter what. They're dependent on the caster. They're not dependent on things that are pre-baked into it. So because they're not dependent on the things that are pre-baked into it, you can do whatever the fuck you want for find familiar, find seed, etc.
We actually discussed this before. I don't think you were actually present. When
I'm just saying that I disagree, and I disagree kind of strongly, honestly.
I mean, it's fine.
Do we just want to move on, guys?
Yeah.
Alright.
We can debate rules maybe after the session.
What time is it? Oh, fuck.
So,
we're good. I don't have to go in at 6 anymore.
Yeah. So, is that all for your week, Zanarei?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Can Strider and Zanarei please give me investigations with advantage?
Dirty 20.
That's exactly what you needed. You know, the insurgents are planning something, and you know where their next camp is going to be. So
Next camp is in like within how many days? How much time until they move to their next camp?
with you hitting the DC like that, they are closer to Terralin this time, but they are not ready to launch their plan. They would take them another week to actually do it. So
Okay.
this week, so you spent your second week investigating. You know where they'll be now. So the third week, they're preparing, and you are ready to strike.
I would probably call the crew into like the because we don't inside of our
We've got a meeting room. It's called the poop chest room.
no inside of our workshop we haven't started like putting it together, right?
Fucking poop chest.
Okay, go ahead. Wait, so what was
The
that?
workshop is finished at this point.
The workshop is finished.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have like a good room to meet in? Fuck it. Just use the captain's quarters. I'm gonna just kind of like clear off my desk and put out like a big map and start writing down all the information I learned on where their next camps are gonna be, and I'm gonna call the crew to the quarters. All the crew.
You never called me.
All of the crew that, to be clear, is planning on being in the combat for this. So I'm giving them the choice on whether or not they feel confident in being in this combat. I don't want to force anyone into it.
Everyone except Wynn is very willing to fight, but Wynn will go if she is asked to. They all respect you enough to follow your lead.
Okay, I'm probably gonna ask Wynn and Farron to probably stay because we need at least 2 people watching the ship.
And they will do that.
By the way, did Zanarei's coffee machine make 14 healing potions in that time?
Yes.
Coffee machine.
Oh.
I got a machine. Yeah.
We should pass those around.
So going with you, just to confirm, Wynn and Farron are staying. Lenora and Cora are going.
I would say,
ELS, are you sure?
what is ELS's combat capabilities?
ELS is not a magic caster. She is actually a fighter.
Do I know what level?
She's about level 3, is what you can get.
Okay. ELS, I would also ask to remain on the ship, especially since we need to make sure that they're... Because what's Farron's level? Only like 1 or 2, right?
2.
Yeah. So I want her to stay and make sure that the ship is competently guarded. Wynn can handle like a lot of the administrative work while I'm gone for however many days.
Correct.
Oh, really quick, while we're all in the same room, hey, Bav.
Yeah.
So I've been, like, on and off training Wynn, and I realized that she's a sorcerer. Can you, like, help with that? I hit things really hard and use magic to hit things really hard, but it's not the same at all.
Okay, Rin. So basically what you do is you go to sleep and you get visions from your god.
What the fuck? No, I mean, like, can you help her to use the spells and come up with... God. Oh.
Here, do you want this, Rin? And I'll give her a scroll of haste.
And she'll, like... wonder how
Bev.
to use it, but we'll accept it.
Just
Bev,
use that
that's
if you
not
need to run away.
Okay, so to use a scroll, by the way, you channel magic energy into it and cast it the same way with a regular spell. Okay, glad we got that out of the way. Bev, that's not what I mean. I mean, can you help attend and like show her how to use spells, and so that we can get the ball rolling a little bit better? Because I kind of suck.
I'm not a wizard.
But you're a sorcerer, right?
I mean, you just get better at being a sorcerer because you're good at it.
That is
Yeah,
true.
a sorcerer is not a learned caster. They have innate ability.
I'm just fucking great. I don't know what to tell you.
You piss me off. I'm gonna be honest. You make me angry.
She just needs to,
I'm very
fight some pirates.
sorry that
Maybe
I'm
she'll get
not
better.
as useful as I am.
No, it's not that you're not useful. You have a lot of potential to be incredibly useful, and I think that as you are incredibly useful. Because everyone else here, myself especially, is too bumfuck stupid to understand some things, right?
I
Speak
think
for
it was
yourself.
incredibly useful that
I just did.
followed you around for 2 weeks and made sure you didn't kill everyone on the human side.
Oh, right, I still have... Oh,
And
That was very
Perseus
useful.
did an amazing job of exercising self-control this week.
there was this one guy who was being kind of mean, and he tripped over me, and he tried punching me, so I grabbed him by the throat, and Wynn managed to talk me down from killing him.
And he wasn't harmed too badly.
He had
Just
third-degree
a
burns
broken
along half of his
windpipe.
body, and a
Alright.
broken windpipe.
I have an important question for you.
Yes, Captain.
Are you capable of casting Enlarge Reduce or a Vitality?
No.
Either of those spells? Okay. I'm
I
gonna...
have a god.
Guys, you'll never believe what I finally prepared, by the way. We have a horse
Perseus,
now.
please let me talk. Bav, can I borrow 2 of your scrolls to make some?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna make you a Enlarge Reduce spell and a Aura Vitality scroll for you to use in the battle, Korra. Is that something that I can do, DM?
Make those scrolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, you already have ink and paper and parchment, so all you do is spend an hour putting the spell on the scroll.
Gotcha. But as for strategy, whenever we go into this camp, we need to strategize. I think it's best if we have some frontliners and backliners. Perseus and myself probably would make good frontliners, but who do we want on the backline? Korra probably,
Oh, yeah.
but who else?
I can stay back there.
Probably
just
the bard.
blasting.
And I point
I
over
can
at
take it.
Zanarei.
I can take Enlarge Reduce.
You can take Enlarge Reduce?
Yes.
What other
So,
concentration spells do you know?
Oh.
She got a haste one for me, or is it fireball? She got fireball.
I got Fireball.
hey, question, do you have another haste scroll so that I can have 2?
Ren has the other one I made.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Can I look up spells just based on concentration, or is that just not something I can do?
I think there's a
You can, but not in the manage spells menu.
There's a little C next to the ones that are, so it makes it a little
So-
better. But
Well, yeah, I know.
So Perseus, you and I, if we're gonna be frontliners, I want us concentrating on spells as little as possible because we're likely to lose them.
And previously, DM said that the concentration just goes to the end on the scrolls.
Oh, he did?
yes.
Okay.
wait, really?
Yes.
Then in that case, Bav, Percy and I are gonna both need haste scrolls.
Give me, yeah, oh yeah.
You personally don't have to concentrate on the scroll. The scroll has already been concentrated on by the person who made the scroll.
If we have time, I'll
That
make
is
another.
a wild assessment, by the way. That is insane, and I love
That's
it.
why a lot of flavor is lost in scroll making, but scrolls are very strong.
If I have time, I'll make that haste spell for Strider.
Do you do the funny Baldur's Gate rule where haste allows you to cast another action spell, leveled spell, or do you go by default D&D, which says no, the only thing that lets you do that is action surge?
I'm gonna go with
If you're going to allow it to be no concentration, yeah, I would go with that too.
Yeah.
So keeping it to action surge?
Yes.
Yeah,
So, Cora, in that case, I'm gonna give you an Aura Vitality scroll, Cora, so that you can keep that up during combat. Just as to occupy some of your extra time during that.
Hey Bev, you haven't had time to work on that great axe, have you?
Nope. I just created the greatest armor everyone has ever seen.
Another masterwork by Bav.
Another master.
And it's like the whole time there's like gear spinning and it's moving. Kind of
now I'm
great.
sad. Oh, hey, so Strider. Yeah, so for our frontline strategy, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that it would be best if you and I could stick together, because if I am in my wolf form, I benefit from having someone within 5 feet of me.
Oh, I don't have...
Is your wolf form large enough to have him ride you? Didn't we do that previously?
Yes, and
not
because I'm a
that
large
kind of paladin.
creature.
I am not that kind of paladin.
You would get the benefits, though, of not having to use your own movement or disengage actions if need be. Also, Zanarei, if you don't have a spell that you are focused on concentrating for the combat, I would like to plan for you to hit me with the enlarge. Is that okay?
You got it.
Oh, so what I was going to say is that if we ever need to use darkness, I can just do that. I can just make things really dark so they can't see you.
You can.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are going? So 4 in the party and then 3 from the boat, or 2 from the boat?
2 from the boat. Lenora and Cora. Lenora will step forward and say, I would actually like to backline, or not backline, but flank the enemy.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. If we've got 2 people in the front line, we could have a skirmisher roll separate for you. So it's not very strong, but I can turn into a constrictor snake, Perseus, which is able to see through your darkness.
So that works out pretty well then, huh? Because I can't see through my own darkness. I'm kind of a little showboat, no actual ability to do anything. That's kind of my thing. So
What are you talking about?
The problem that I think that I have with it is that if we're not showing ourselves on the front line, we're not distracting the enemy for our back line.
Well, we use it to funnel them into one specific spot if we're able to, you know?
I look at the map and where their camp is going to be. Do I know anything about that area?
Or we can use it for you to ambush them.
The
surprise round.
Terrain of the Bloodblade Plains, right where they are, is very flat and open. They have chosen a thicket of woods, and from what you've seen during your scouting and having Zanarei help you, is that your mother Liska has forced trees to grow around them. So it's still very open. There is not you can hide amongst the trees, but there's no way to corner them. They are very free to run away.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's going to be hard to do funneling on this.
I can cast web and non-lethally like restrain people and like make sure that they are staying out of a certain area.
This is true. We want to be taking bludgeoning weapons if we can.
I look over at Strider as he says this, and I just kind of go, no.
Well, Perseus, we at the very least need to be trying to capture their leadership.
Oh yeah, no, I'll try to capture their leadership. I can't promise you anything about the peons that'll be on the battlefield.
Cora will say,
they know what they're getting into when they're terrorists. I don't think they deserve anything.
Cora will say, well, if you do not wish to change your form of weaponry, Zanarei can be our main healer, and I can go around the battlefield while the battle rages on and prevent the enemies from dying.
Oh, I can do
Yeah,
that
spare
too.
the
It'd just be
dying.
super cumbersome.
Yeah, actually, so if you could concentrate on the Aura of Vitality and focus on using Spare the Dying, then that actually works out great.
Yeah.
The Aura, DM, just so you know, Aura of Vitality, it lasts for a minute, and it allows you to use your bonus action to just give out healing every round.
I saw. I'm
Okay.
looking at it. It's very, very nice, and I like it.
It's a very good paladin spell.
Yes.
Uh,
It's also
So,
Go ahead.
Bev. I'm sorry to cut you off. My bad. Bev. So I can make people afraid of me. What if you set up a web around the perimeter, right, as much as you can, and then I make them piss their pants, and then they try to run away from me, and then they run into the web. So I point at the map. So if you do it like, is this map accurate, Strider, or is this just a map that some dude made?
this is a map that I made.
Okay, so it's
very
accurate then. Okay, so like around here, and I point towards like the other edge. So if we come in through this side, the left side, and if we put web on the right, and then I do my fear thing with my patron, then they will get scared, piss their pants, and they'll run into the web.
If you're looking at the map of Kerth and you zoom in where it says Bloodblade Plains, between the ending E of Blade and the beginning of the Plains P is where their camp is at the bottom.
Okay.
Which does kind of coincide where you saw your mother and Killereth flee to on the night of the gala. So they've been kind of staying in this central area, and
So, something that's worth knowing, does anyone here... I'm able to cast it and concentrate it on it until we start the battle, but if we want to catch them by surprise, I can tell you firsthand, these people are going to be extremely perceptive. It will be very hard to sneak up on them.
Oh,
So
then I'll just walk in there.
Well, I suggest we use something like Pass Without Trace, which I can hold up while we enter into this region.
Oh. Do we have
It's kind of
invisibility?
hard for me to sneak.
Yeah, same. Do we have invisibility?
No.
I am unable to cast any invisibility spells.
Okay.
Korra can cast invisibility.
Whoa.
I can cast invisibility.
Whoa.
And Korra can twin spell it.
There's no way. There's no way.
Hold on.
What if we
Well,
can't
I've got
be perceived,
enlarged,
then?
so that's already a concentration. So I can't.
Well, but we think about the order of operations here. We can actually have you swapping around your concentration spells depending on situations. So invisibility and Pass Without Trace we would hold before combat start, and then when combat starts we would swap into our combat concentration spells.
Yeah, pretty much. So we go in there, right? Us two, Strider and I, and then we just kind of fuck around and find out? Yes?
Well, yes, Perseus, you and I, as well as probably Bav, will have the three of us be focusing on dealing as much damage as possible. We need to make room, though, for Korra to go through and stabilize people as need be. And then, Bav, your concentration spell for the combat will likely to be web, right?
Yeah.
Just so you know, I still don't necessarily agree with them being alive, at least not the weaker ones.
Do you like
Leadership is a completely different story. Yeah, no, of course, money's fine and all. However, I also kind of enjoy bloodshed, so...
Okay, so after we capture the insurgents and get them back to the city, we'll get a fucking skyship, and then we'll go and kill like a fucking million pirates. I promise you.
Okay, can you make a deal with me right now, handshake and all, that will happen? That we can
Handshake
actually
100%.
kill somebody?
We are going to go kill pirates after we...
I am
capture the
also very
insurgents.
okay with the pirates dying.
So if we do this
1,000,000%.
one, if this one thing happens, because I hope you all know I'm going to be very, very upset if in 2 months' time I'm told that I'm not allowed to murder anyone.
I swear.
Swear on what?
I don't know, on Moradin's name, that we will hunt down these pirates and kill them all.
Okay, I return the handshake to Bav and I look over at Strider. Okay, so
I swear on my father.
Just real quick. When you guys swear on these people, Bav and Perseus, you feel like something clicks between you because of that swear.
Oh, it's a divine pact, bitch. Let's fucking go.
I swear to you on my father's name, Sylvanus, god of the wild nature of wild.
Oh
nature.
shit, your dad is Sylvanus?
Why didn't Moradin tell me his name? That was like really awkward when I was like trying to explain it to you and I didn't know his name.
Wait a okay, that's huh. All right, and I hold out my hand for a handshake. You swear on your father's name, the name of Sylvanus, that you, Strider, our captain, will allow me to murder as many people as I want if they are a pirate.
The condition to this is when they, in the instance that they surrender, you stop. Not likely to happen. Let me make this clear. We've fought these
pirates.
people before. Yeah, they're likely to fight to the death, but in the instance that they surrender, you must stop.
Okay, well, in that case, in the instance that they surrender, right? Yes, I agree. If they surrender, then they're cowards. That's not how I would go about it. But the second I notice any malice, I'm allowed to take care of the problem.
If they threaten your life, then I don't mind.
What if they threaten the lives of my friends?
That also is fine by me.
Sure, and I hold out my hand. It's a deal then.
Perseus, you don't feel that click with Strider.
Are you sure your father is Sylvanus? Because I didn't feel a divine snappy.
100%.
He is. Mostly it's that I'm not of a clerical nature like Bav is.
Sure.
So you're abandoned by your god. Incredible.
I'm not abandoned. I still feel the strength of him through nature. It's just that nature itself is what gives me my power, not my god directly.
All right.
Very interesting. Anyways.
So I'm keeping note here. Our combat spells. Bav, you are focusing on web during combat. Perseus, you and I are going to not probably have a concentration spell up. Instead, we'll probably have haste through the scroll if we can.
You don't need to concentrate on haste through the scroll.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We won't have a concentration.
I do have options if it so comes to it, such as if there's a really big dude and I have to compel them to duel me. That's a thing that I can do.
Okay, so the option of darkness and compel duel, depending on the adaptive nature.
Or I can, just hurt things worse. Or Hex. I also have Hex. Or I can Wrathful Smite. Or Divine Smite. Or whatever needs to happen,
Okay. I mean, do any of the concentration stuff that you need for your smites, that's fine. I don't
really quick. I'm gonna use my class thing. Wait, no, sorry, wrong thing. I'm just gonna cast Find Steed. So you watch as Perseus begins glowing for some reason, and you look out out the door of the captain's quarters because he went over and opened it, and he's just spawning his horse on the deck.
Okay, so for 10 minutes you do that, I guess.
What's your horse look like? I want to know.
Hey, it's.
Does it look like the cowboy Ghost Rider's horse?
Oh my god, yes. That is
skeleton horse?
amazing. It's the Adventure Time horse that
the
Ice King was hitting in. That he was watching them.
But like pink or red and like with black eyes because it's Hell Horse.
Wynn is not scared, but like super like beguiled by this. It is amazing.
It's a war horse, by the way, because I can spawn a war horse.
Is this the first time that you've cast magic in front of her? with like its besides your
She saw the patron stuff. She has not seen me actually use a spell that is not just like my warlock power.
So get back to it. So we have Strider, myself, and Perseus. You and I are, for the most part, focusing on the haste, and you have Darkness, Compel Duel, and your smites that you might do.
Yes.
Zanarei, are you okay with the Enlarge being your concentration during combat?
Yeah, and I have invisibility.
Yes.
Up to.
I'm separating it here, combat and before combat. So during combat, you have the Enlarge, but before combat, you have your invisibility.
Just make sure there isn't anything else that I can...
I can also, if the web isn't working, start blasting with the hideous laughter.
Okay.
To incapacitate people.
Your first plan is web, and your backup concentration is hideous laughter.
Yep. I can upcast and also twin.
Okay. And Cora, during combat, you're okay with focusing on Aura Vitality as your concentration, and then as your secondary focus being Spare the Dying?
Yes, I will let you know that I am able to duplicate my spells.
Yes, so you have twin spell, correct?
I can also help safeguard people against my spells. So she has twin spell and powerful spell.
Okay. Do you have an extra fireball scroll, Bav? Or would that take too much time for you to make?
It depends on how much time we have.
You can spend a whole day preparing. Just scroll. This whole first day is the planning, and you can even spend tomorrow just making stuff. But you need at least... it takes 3 days to get to where their camp is. And then you also have to be there before they try and move on. So it has to happen this week.
Yes.
And how long does a level 3 spell take to write down?
It's always an hour, no matter the level of the spell. You just have to know the spell and be able to cast it.
And also have the materials to make the scroll.
Yes.
That's covered.
So, Cora, before combat, I'm thinking of having you use your twinning capabilities for invisibility. Is that okay?
Yes, this is fine.
I'm thinking the invisibility is best served on our casters. So that's a total of 3 invisibilities that we can have, in which we have 3 backline...
For, like, a surprise thing?
For Perseus, you and I'm going to be casting Pass Without Trace before combat, so that you and I can get onto the front lines.
I'm gonna just walk in there and confuse the shit.
Position myself behind you two and in between Cora, because, you know, I fucking dare someone to try and hit me right now with this shit on.
So I'm gonna... I'm actually like writing all this stuff down, and I'm gonna put pictures of it into the session chat whenever I'm done. But I'm gonna like crudely draw like a clearing to as like a guess as to what it will look like, and I'm gonna do some some fucking like football planning of where you put like the X's and O's and things as to where we're gonna put people. Percy, you and I. We're gonna be these circles here.
Can you please just say Perseus instead of shortening it to fucking Percy?
Perseus.
What a mighty steed.
At that win, we'll say, I kind of like Perseus. Percy is just so inviting.
Do you like Percy?
It feels nice if I'm the only one that says it.
We'll go with that. You can say it, no one else can, sure.
Okay, Perseus. You and I going to be moving into the clearing rather quickly with Pass Without Trace in order to catch them off guard. Bav, you want to be behind us?
Yep.
Okay. So Bav, we'll put you at the tree line for the start of combat. And you are going to have invisibility. We're going to lose all of these invisibilities the moment that you all start casting your spells, so there's no need to have to end the concentration on them. They'll just go away. Where do we want to put our control backliners? So we have Bavin behind us. Is there another location that we want to put Zanarei and Cora? We've got like a good, 6 to 18 seconds before anybody who starts going down needs to be spared. So we're probably going to have you delay before you run in. 6 to 12 seconds.
We, if we're planning on taking them all back, should we have some members of the guard with carts that would be able to hold people? Because otherwise we're just gonna pile people up in our cart.
So this is a good point, actually. So we need to talk about the logistics of how to get them. I'm going to make a note of that. We'll get to that in 1 minute. I think more important is making sure we're capable of taking these people down.
Farron will actually say, it is a bad idea to have the guard fight with us if your objective is to keep any of them alive, as they are, being high elf or human, have probably lost someone in the explosion and are more likely to finish their kills.
Yeah, see, this is the same thing that I'm currently having a conflict with, but I also just made a divine deal, so it's kind of rough.
Speaking of divine deals, you feel like you ate bad cheese. It's not like there's no mechanic behind it, it's just very uncomfortable.
Can I pinpoint why?
Because...
You can let it out, you don't have to hold it in.
It is... You can feel that it's somewhere based around your patron. And
based around my patron? In my head I say, hey moron, what do you want? Why are you making me feel queasy? Are you gonna finally speak to me for once, or are you gonna continue avoiding me like the plague?
You still hear those, a bunch of whispers.
For everyone else, Perseus is currently 1,000 yards staring.
But there's a visor, so he's just, blank as usual.
You watch, the visor glows fainter than normal. Usually it's a vibrant red. Right now it's a dull maroon.
But I will get to that in a minute. Let's let Noah finish his planning.
So we're going to put do we just want to put all of our backliners behind the front line? I think that's probably the simplest and easiest strategy. It also allows for us to have a better job of protecting. Lenora, how fast are you?
I can go...
I was planning on giving Lenora a scroll of haste as well.
I'm pretty fast for most people.
So, Lenora, I really want you to stay. So, currently the position that I have you in right now is a skirmisher. And I think that the role of this is for if any of our combatants try to get around the front line, either to our right or left, I want you to be ready to block them off. So, I'm trying to decide if I want you to be in the fight right away or to have you as the trump card for when they think that they can get around us.
Understood, but...
Do you have any opinions on that?
I find myself lacking the ability to be effective in this fight. Not because I am not good at fighting, but because I am trained to kill, and I am not very good at not doing that. So I cannot safeguard these people's lives if I am ordered to kill them.
We don't need you to focus on not killing. We just need you to, as long as you aren't blatantly attacking people lying on the ground, Cora will be handling saving as many people as we can.
Understood.
Is this like a contentious thing for you? Do you have a moral?
No, you
I'm not trying to judge you right now. It's just.
I have
Do you
no
think that
problems with leaving these people alive. They will face justice one way or another. Either they'll die on the field, or we will take them back and they'll be prosecuted in court.
Strider just kind of like hangs for a moment while he's like doing his writing after hearing that, and just kind of like shakes out of it. Okay, so I the reason I'm bringing this up is I have trouble committing you to any one side and then have that be wrong and then compromising our backline because of that.
Could you...
Just protect Cora and Zanarei.
Understood.
Well, yes, so protect them by moving to the front line to block off any flanks that we might face. I wouldn't stay on the back line with them.
I'll stay hidden and wait for someone to try for them.
Okay. I will put you up here then.
And Strider, you know from previous Eladrin camping, they always form a central fire to cook on, and they have like a radial pattern of where they sleep and make tents.
How large is the area of the tents?
The total like diameter of their camp is probably at most 120 feet, and that's including the tents and the outer like grass that's cleared or where they'll lay their things.
Okay.
But the inner radius of where their tents will be is about 60 feet from the central fire.
And we should also get manacles.
Yeah, we need to obtain a lot of rope and to be able to tie people up as well.
If you know where they are and you alert the city guard but don't want them to fight with you, they'll follow behind you and wait for the battle to finish and come in and arrest people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what Bav was suggesting earlier.
And that's,
which I'm okay with.
and they will provide that service for free. You just have to
Is there
where to go.
Yeah. So in that case, for preparations, we have scrolls that need to be made. We need to obtain manacles.
The guards will probably have them. But
yeah,
we should have a couple of them on our persons.
Yeah, manacle. We should have
important people.
Yeah, we should have a set of manacles and rope on every single person who's going to be up in the front line, because in the instance that we manage to get one of the leaders down, it's important that we stop them right away.
And all that will be provided to you for free by the city guard.
Okay. Who here is capable of taking this going up to talk to the guards, because Bav and I are going to be focused probably on making scrolls.
Farron and Wynn can. They can go make that arrangement for when you guys leave. They will be right with you. And I will say, hold on, let me roll a charisma to see if Wynn can get you a cart for free for personal use.
Give her a badge of ours.
With the badge, I'll give her advantage. Well, she passed it the first time, but I want to see if she got a nat 20. But no, you guys get a cart for free. She rolled an 18 on the die, and she's very persuasive.
I can't wait for Carlos to drag our cart into
So
Carlos, it's really lumpy.
Oh, what's wrong with that? It's all muscle.
But having a cart, you have shaved off the time by a day, so you only need 2 days. But you also want to get there early enough so that they don't have time to either move or or execute their plan. You don't know what they're planning. You know they're planning something soon for next week.
So, as for getting somebody to pull the cart, Perseus, your horse could probably do that, right? Are you okay with that?
Why'd you say it like that? It's Carlos. You see, he has a name tag.
I'm sorry, I haven't met him before. He seems like a lovely fellow.
Does he just stare blankly?
With the
yes, he does.
With the amount of people and the time frame, I really want to have a second animal pulling the cart so that we don't sacrifice any speed. Are you able to make a scroll for Bav or somebody to have a steed as well?
I think Carlos is more than enough. He's a warhorse.
DM.
Yeah, there is no penalty for having the one horse, but having two horses means you can carry more weight without a speed penalty. But that's irrelevant to the situation.
Okay.
That's just for future reference.
If you want more weight capacity, you can pull the cart. How about that?
That's so true. You can just wild shape, right?
Yeah, even with all your gear, you're not going to exceed Carlos's weight limit. He is good.
I mean, I can do that for 2 hours and per charge.
We could also just cast Enlarge on Carlos.
That for 1 minute.
At a time.
You cast it a lot.
For that 1 minute, he can carry so much shit.
That's 60 times an hour. That's not that bad.
Why is that image upside down? Fucking hell.
Well,
what
we'll refer to it as if upside down.
Can't read it when it's upside down. This is the perspective that Perseus has had, looking at the opposite end of the desk.
Yes. Okay, so,
rotate that.
Gentlemen, I think that we need to just go ahead and get started because I have to go and shower and go to bed so I can work tomorrow.
Yes, next session, we'll finish planning, and then next session, you guys will actually execute this plan.
So I'm going to delete that one. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it still upside down? I just changed it. No,
Hey, do we have a spot where Carlos can stay, by the way?
He can stay with the guards and your cart.
Are they going to be scared of Carlos? He is just blood red and on fire.
They trust you enough to not be afraid of things that you create.
I want Carlos, because I can see what he sees. I want him to pinpoint a specific guard and just follow that guy around. Just be in the distance, like the show. Watching the guard while he sleeps and everything.
So, just to get ready with what like prep is going to be made for the scrolls, I'm going to spend some time to make that Aura Vitality scroll. And then, Bav, how many scrolls were you going to be making?
Fireball for Cora, a haste for you, and a haste for Lenora.
Oh.
If you guys remember, anyone can cast any scroll as long as the scroll is made.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to make I guess I'm going to try making a scroll of what did you request me make earlier, Strider? What was it?
It was a Find Steed scroll.
Do you have anything else you'd like for me to make?
What spells do you know?
Like Repair?
Just any. So I think as a warlock, it's only the ones that you have learned, right? And then any of the ones on your.
Yeah, warlock is learned, whereas paladin is what we're looking at.
Is there any? Is there any spells that you suggest?
Any spells that's okay? So. Well, ceremony's not great. We could do like cure wounds.
Wait,
or
you could do ceremony and get married to your wife for a +2 to AC.
Only when you're near. Only within your 30 feet of your married partner.
No.
Strider, you want to get married?
I can arrange that. I am in fact capable of marrying you two. Or getting you to marry.
I do think it would be tactically beneficial, Bav, but I don't know that I'm ready to commit to that.
That's fucked up.
That's so sad.
I was the one who advocated for you to be captain, but whatever.
There's heroism. We could do that. Inflict wounds. Protection from evil and good. Purify food and drink. Would you like thunderous smite? Wrathful smite. Aid.
I've got searing smite.
Darkness could be cool. We don't need to find an object from them, right?
Nope. Just need to get them.
Then how about Zone of Truth? How would that go?
Maybe have that prepared for when we're done.
So my problem with doing that, I mean, I guess I can unprepare Find Steed now and then prepare Zone of Truth because Carlos won't just disappear.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll prepare that. Yeah, that's fine.
Also, I was reading up on warlocks. If your patron abandons you, you don't lose your warlock features, and you can continue leveling in it. It's just you can't call upon your patron.
Are you foreshadowing something right now, DM? Am I about to be abandoned by the patron that never loved me anyway?
You may already be abandoned, you don't know.
Is he gonna get the Celestial Warlock now?
Oh, that's a great thing. Hold on. Let me 1,000-yard stare again, guys. Hold on. What did they say before? Did anything happen?
No. It's just more of that they didn't like that you made any type of pact with someone who is a cleric.
That's it? Oh, so you're whining because I made a deal with somebody? That doesn't affect our original one, whatever that was, at all? Ooh.
Yeah, you can't really know who they are, but they were...
Yeah, but I'm still going to talk shit to him, it's funny.
I will give you, from the testing that has been done to you, you can remember one thing about your patron, and that is it was a person in the hells. So you have...
Oh yeah, I was going to say, didn't I see them in a vision the other day?
No. That was Peace and Tranquility, which confronted you for being peaceful and tranquil.
Perseus
hey, Strider.
is...
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just gonna make a comment out of character saying your patron was jealous.
Yeah, I make people get that way.
I think it was me that made people get that way.
Strider, you have daddy issues, right?
He spits out his drink. What?
I have a question for you.
I'm hesitant to respond after what you just said.
Why? Is that not the perfect icebreaker?
You are an interesting man, Perseus.
An interesting Perseus. So here's my situation. I have voices in my head. Every time I try contacting my patron, I get basically a voicemail, and I don't know how to deal with it.
Are you sure it isn't just your conscience?
You watch as he 1,000-yard stares again? Do I hear the whispering as I try contacting my patron again?
It's a cloud of whispers, but it's not that your patron is ignoring you or leaving you, letting it go to voicemail. It's that you can't remember them enough for them to speak to you, but they are still fueling your magic in that sense.
You cut out a little bit. Can't what for them to speak to me?
You can't remember them enough for them to speak to you.
Okay, so basically there's a wall in the way, and I don't, I guess it's because I don't remember them enough to be able to speak to them, and that's kind of a problem. However, they're not very happy right now. They're actually pouting in a corner, is what it feels like, because I made a deal with Bav, because that was, that was a divine binding. I'm surprised that the one that you made, because you swore on your father, was not.
Well, my father's more so of a neutral god. Perhaps maybe it is the fact that the alignment of Bav's god conflicts with your patrons?
Bev, what is your patron's alignment, or your god's alignment?
You know, make stuff good.
It's lawful. Good,
Oh.
I believe.
Strider, I think you might have hit the nail on the head with that one.
Also, I don't know if I told you this, but Moradin was like talking mad shit about your dad for like being on the mortal plane at all.
Yeah,
Really?
That is, lawful,
Yeah.
Lawful good.
Well,
I mean, is your dad a bit of a bitch? Is that...
I have heard that my father tends to do what he wants. Rather than what is expected of a god. But, that is news to me.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of agree with the sentiment. If I were to become a god tomorrow, I wouldn't want to deal with the boringness that is just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Oh, people suddenly start praising you when you're expected to do these things. No! Keep living life the way you want. Now you have power. Do what you wish with it.
Why was Moradin upset?
Oh, he was just like blaming all of it on your dad.
Oh. All of it. Like everything?
Yeah, and all this never would have happened if he didn't like just decide to come here.
I will respectfully say that it is just from his point of view.
That is hilarious.
Okay, well, like, what if his point of view is right? Because there is an objective correctness to when something goes wrong.
Not always.
What do you mean, not always? If you mess up, you mess up.
This is besides the point. I would really...
Shredder, I think you're coping right now.
I
No, that was out of...
I mean, that's definitely possible. Yes, I do.
I don't know if
that was his dad saying that into his head.
Yo, son, you're coping right now. You're sipping that coping.
You're coping. You're coping.
Big old glass.
Well, anyway, I would like to get back to the preparations. This is a rather sore subject for me right now, especially given the circumstances. I would prefer to just focus on this.
So you do have daddy issues.
I fucking punched Perseus.
I just kind of take it.
Yeah, I punch his fucking armor. Fuck! Ow! God, I forget.
I put my hand on Strider's shoulder. Listen, it's okay to be angry.
I just think you should stop.
Stop what?
Pushing buttons on everyone.
What do you mean?
You complain about being disrespected a lot, but you also clearly are asking for it most of the time.
I have no idea what you're talking about. you are my captain, and I've shown nothing but the utmost respect.
I am going to not broach this right now because
actions speak louder than words.
Look, we've been like the most on the same page during this like planning session as we've been for this whole time, and I would really not like to soil it. I
stand there and I point at Wynn and I say, "That's why," or "She's why." Sorry.
She smiles.
I look over at Wynn and I give her like a quick nod, and then I like write down the tasks that we've determined for everyone, and I like hand them little basically like to-do lists. Well, we've got maybe like a day and a couple hours to make our preparations complete, so I believe it's time that we break and start getting this together.
Captain, while
yes.
you all are away, are we to stay docked in Morngal, or are we to set sail and stay away from the dock until you return?
Don't set sail. Do not go in the water ever.
Yes, with the pirate threat and us being attacked so close to the land, I think it would be best if we stayed at a dock, even with the dangers that comes with. I think that the
Is it a poor judgment to just straight up ask the nobles for protection here, whether it be by the guard or some kind of other force?
That's actually not a bad idea, Perseus. If you want to go ask to see if we can have like guards stationed at our boat while we're gone, we do have a bit of like political pull right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can literally just go walk up to the fat boy and then be like, hey.
Yeah, you can get a contingent.
Okay. Well, I think that's we can start working on the preparations and then probably call it, right?
Hey, Bev, is there a lock on the treasury before we leave?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
There's essentially two, because there's a lock on the hatch. Yeah, there's a lock to get down to the second floor. There's a lock to get into the holding bay, and then there's also our valuables are locked in a big ass fucking safe.
Do we have a wizard on board?
Nope.
You used to.
Oh my god, we need a really high level wizard so that we can cast Private Sanctum on the on the treasury.
Wait 1 second.
The man who could maybe do that is now a ring, so.
What level is that spell?
4? I'm not sure actually.
I think it's 5 or 6.
I wanted to say 6.
It is. No, it's 4th. You're correct.
Oh, so Pilgrim
sick.
could
I was like, it's 4 or 6.
cast that. He is a 4th level caster. Or was.
Also, if I was a little higher level of a druid, I could cast the druidic version of that.
Well, I guess add Private Sanctum to the list of things we need to eventually put on the ship. We can just make the whole ship a Private Sanctum, actually. Everything under, like, captain's quarters and everything underneath. Just drill a little hole through each room so that you can, technically speaking, access it through something like Misty Step, and then it just works.
Just out of curiosity, what are we going to do with the sea shuttle once we have an airship?
It is a good question, but I haven't really thought about it.
How big is the airship?
You don't know, as the only airship you've seen is very large, but it's not. That's the one that they were auctioning, which is gone for a few million gold.
If it's big enough, then hear me out. Why not just have the ship be attached to the airship?
Once we're 8th level, I can cast Private Sanctum.
That's not too far away.
Like, why not just if we are able to transport this ship somehow with... I mean, at the same time, there's nothing wrong with having 2 modes of transportation if we need it. We can just keep it here.
True.
Because if the airship ever gets damaged or destroyed somehow, and let's be honest, do dragons exist?
Yes.
Only dragons on Kerth are in a permanent slumber underneath the island of Walnakaz.
Okay, so if there's something scary in the sky, which none of us would probably be that much aware of, unless you have something to tell us, Strider, then, I think we'll be okay.
I will say, I would expect during this upcoming combat that we will be fighting a lot of druids. So.
Oh, are you sure I can't just...
Since you guys got pretty high rolls again to find them, you know where they're going to be camping. You know they're using Eladrin camping methods. There is Eladrin among them from the other Shattered tribes that were in your dossier.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also humans and gnomes and wood elves amongst them. But not all of them are druids. Some of them are marshals and other types of spellcasters.
Okay, if somehow Guard Captain Mort is fighting with them, I'm going to kill him. Just a heads up.
I think that is extremely unlikely.
Strider, you know for a fact, Guard Captain Moore is not there.
Yeah.
100% certainty.
He
is
said
not there.
gnome, and if that gnome is there, he will die.
So Bab's casual racism is okay.
You know what?
No.
Bav, do you want to
frowned upon and wrong.
do you want to make a quick bet on whether or not he will be there?
If I see him, I will kill him. He's a fucking ass.
Yeah, but do you want to take a quick maybe like for 2 gold to like if he is there, I'll give you 2 gold, and if he's not, then you give me 2.
Hey,
Sure.
Okay.
Shredder.
Yes.
Once everyone separates here, I'd like to speak to you.
Okay.
When you can stay in the room if you'd like. I don't really care either way. Doesn't really matter.
I'm going to be making spells, scrolls, so I will be in my room.
How many spell scrolls does everyone need?
Oh,
I need
the captain's quarters not double as your room?
I look over at the bed.
I mean, you said it like you wouldn't be in here, so I was clarifying.
For you, Bav, we need you to create 3 haste scrolls and 1 fireball scroll.
Ooh, can I suicide bomb them?
We would prefer you to not do that and in fact stay in the fight.
I am so resistant to fire, you have no idea.
Well, the reason that we are giving the fireball scroll to Cora is the fact that she can cast it directly onto us without hurting us.
Careful spell just makes you succeed the saving throw.
Yes, and you take no damage. Read it.
Oh. You are right.
Yes.
Yeah, but if I have it, I can just walk up to somebody and go, hey. That's the actual noise that he made, by the way.
Yes, but wouldn't you rather be swinging your great axe around?
Strider?
If you have the time to, if you have the time to, Bav, you could perhaps maybe make an extra one. It's up to your discretion. And Perseus, you can talk to Bav about that.
I've created for this day. I don't have any more 3rd level spells.
Another
created the ones.
Yes, that is true. So some of them. Ooh, actually, yes. So you can make 2 today and 2 tomorrow, or 3 today.
3 today and 3 tomorrow.
Okay.
By the way, the quote-unquote cart that you get from the guards is not really a cart. It's more of a wagon, a large wagon, and you are all able to sit very comfortably inside of it. It's one of those ones where it has like a bench on either side, and you're all 6 of you who are going are able to look at each other, and then there's a seat for 2 drivers.
You know what's great? We don't actually need a driver, because I can just watch through Carlos's eyes.
Right, so all 6 of you can just sit in there very comfortably and stare at each other for a few days. With room for cargo.
I'm thinking about it right now, and I think that I'm going to make actually 2 Aura Vitality Scrolls. I'm going to make 1 to give to Cora, and I'm going to make 1 to give to you, Zanarei, assuming that you can't already cast that spell.
Doo-doo.
I don't think Zanarei can with the multi-class that you have.
Nope.
The current ratio of levels.
So after I've done all of my spell crafting for this day, there's 17 left. 17 scrolls.
So are you making only 1 or 2 fireball scrolls?
I've got a fireball scroll for today, and then a haste for Strider and a haste for Lenora.
Okay. But I mean, in total, will you be making 1 or 2, do you think?
I can make another one.
Can you also mark down 2 of the scrolls gone? Because I'm going to make 2 Aura Vitality Scrolls today.
Okay.
Zanarei, you can go ahead and just add an Aura Vitality Scroll to your inventory. And then I would just straight away give the other one to Cora, DM.
Alright.
And
Wait, what level is the scroll?
Start.
Lenora gets a haste, and Cora gets a fireball.
Cool. Yeah. You can get all your preparations done within 2 days, and then it's another 2 days of travel. So you get there with plenty of cushion time, unless you want to extend your stay in Morcall.
No, I'm fine with that plan.
Is there anything anyone else needs to do in Morcall before they go?
Okay, I've got 3 third level spells for the second day. Who wants? Do we just want to make 3 fireballs, or like I could do Mind Whip to make it so people only get a move attack or something.
Would you be able to make like a 3rd level Mind Whip to give to one of the backliners in case they have some time to cast it?
Yeah.
Give it to Lenora, and that could be her opening attack.
Okay.
True.
I'll
And
do that.
so another thing, DM, whenever you cast spells from scrolls, they don't have components, including vocal ones. So are we allowed to cast it quietly before combat even starts?
Yes, but if in the spell's description, if it says that the spell itself makes a noise rather than a vocal component, then it still makes that noise.
Gotcha.
Any material components a scroll requires, you would have to put into the scroll, but you don't need those materials again. The scroll is just like it's the spell contained on paper, and then once you open it, all you have to do is just.
I don't believe haste has any sounds that it makes, or vitality doesn't as well.
No,
but
those are both just like pure energy spells.
Fireball might make a little bit of noise.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of noise.
Yeah, you don't hear anything from the casting of it, and then just suddenly an explosion happens somewhere.
Bav, I think it's an important thing to distinguish. Do we want you to throw your opening fireball spell before you throw down your web? Because the web is susceptible to flame, correct? And also, you can throw your fireball before Perseus and I get onto the front line.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll give Lenora. I give her that 3rd level Mind Whip so she can force 2 people to have only an action, bonus action, or movement on their turn.
And no reaction.
Yep, to stop them from getting into the back line.
And it's Tasha's Mind Whip, right? Or is it regular work? Okay.
At 3rd level.
Cool. Just for easy remembrance, every scroll that you make any scrolls that you make, period, even for each other or for NPC, for crew members, could you put them in the session chat just so I can also see easily?
Okay.
But if you are done planning, you can set out, because I do want one more thing to happen before this session ends, and that's for you guys to already be traveling, and for whoever wants to scout ahead and make investigations.
Can we send Carla?
No, Carlos is pulling the cart, but since he is your steed, he can do that autonomously. But I just want whoever wants to. You don't have to roll stealth, and if you get really low on this investigation, nothing will bad happen. It's just if you guys can roll high enough, I can give you very precise information for the battle. But you have to leave already.
I'm sorry, I was writing stuff down. I missed a good bit of that.
I got it. We can go into that, and I'll just work on this.
Do you need me to repeat myself?
Does it pertain to me?
pertains to everyone.
Okay, what is it?
So, after you guys are done preparing, last thing I want to happen for this session is you guys to already be gone and on your way. But while you're on your way there, for whoever wants to scout ahead and do an investigation check, flat investigation. Nothing bad will happen if you roll really low or even get a nat 1. But there's only benefits to this investigation to get more precise location, precise like numbers and stuff.
Can Zanarei, can you do it? Because you can fly, and also you're pretty good at investigating.
Everyone can do this. There's no, like I said, there's no penalty, and it doesn't affect your preparation.
Oh, you just want us all to do it? Okay.
If you want to, if you feel like it's not something your character would do, then don't.
I think Strider would probably be doing a lot of the designation work and probably not have time to do it.
Valid.
But he would allow anybody else to do it. In fact, he would probably I was gonna say he would probably actually ask Zanarei to do it.
Invisible flying thing? Yes, please.
And if only Zanarei is going to investigate, I will allow Zanarei to have advantage.
You will what?
Allow Zanarei to have advantage. If she's the only one investigating.
Yes.
Oh, why did my browser get slow all of a sudden? D&D Beyond is the only website that is ever slow for me. Everything else loads so fast.
You keep cutting out, my friend.
I think it might be partially like you might need to reduce the sensitivity on your mic or increase the sensitivity on it, because it might be that while you're talking, you occasionally drop below the sensitivity line.
I increased the sensitivity to max, just because I was hearing myself quiet.
Never mind then.
Do you play with speakers or do you have headphones?
I have headphones and with a mic attached.
Well, it could be like a number of things. It could be that your mic is still somehow trying to pick up whatever. So my microphone cuts out sometimes too, I've noticed, and I have like a standalone mic, and I don't know why it doesn't. I think it's just been a bug with Discord recently. To be honest, it could be the noise cancellation stuff that the app has. So if you have like crisp audio on, just turn that shit off. It's gonna save your computer resources anyway. Turn off hardware acceleration later. If you do it now, it's gonna make you restart the app. Okay. Then it could just be trying to pick up audio from the app for some reason, or like from your desktop.
It could be also that it's trying to isolate my voice from the background noise, as there is a window AC unit like maybe 5 feet away from me.
No, yeah, that could also be it. Yeah.
Does anybody here have Long Strider?
Paladin, no.
Lenora does.
If I... Oh, okay.
Lenora does.
Yes.
Is she able to cast it at 2nd level?
No.
She's level 3, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
But since she's a half caster, she gets access to level 1 spells at level 3.
I mean,
I'm
could
gonna
prepare it.
You could.
I'll have to get rid of something, but that's fine.
Lenora has Long Strider and Jump and Hunter's Mark.
Okay. If you've got a limited number of spells, then I wouldn't want you to waste it. Just save it for like Hunter's Mark or something. Especially since you're not gonna. No, I know. Okay, I guess that's fair. But if we have somebody who can cast it, then I would prefer that, so that we're not just wasting. We want to be using our scrolls on the highest level scroll that we can, most of the time. So the reason I'm saying is Long Strider lasts an hour. It can be cast beforehand, and if you can upcast it to cast it onto multiple creatures, then I would want you to hit like Lenora and potentially Perseus and and myself with it, so that we have a little bit of extra movement speed on top of the haste. During
You know what would be funny if you hit Carlos with it, so then he just bomb rushes them from afar. Because if the horse moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and hits it with a hooves attack on the same turn, they need to make a saving throw and be knocked prone. And guess what? They can just go.
I don't know if I got this right, but right here it says Lenore only has 2 spell slots, but I think I erased one.
For what level is she?
She's a level 3 ranger. She's a scout ranger.
She should have more than 2 spell slots, I think.
I think it's 3.
No, not at level 3.
I thought it was 3 at level 3.
I could be wrong. Hold on, I haven't played ranger in a hot minute. I'm looking it up. No, yeah, 3rd level you get 3 spell slots.
Yeah, I know my glorified fighter. I know my uninteresting character. I understand this class.
What are you talking about? Ranger is just better fighter.
No, it's not.
Yes,
no,
it's fighter
not.
plus spells.
No,
so
it's not.
Just better.
She is her archetype is like, she's like a scout ranger, but she is an archer.
What subclass does she have?
Scout.
Scout's not a subclass.
Yeah, it is.
That's
a rogue
that's a rogue subclass.
Oh, this explains a lot.
I did this sheet wrong then.
Perhaps a hunter, because hunter is like the generic one that is used a lot.
Yeah.
He homebrewed it, guys. He homebrewed it.
It's not. I just did it wrong.
It's his NPC.
It's just wrong. I fucked it up. I'm not above fucking saying I'm wrong.
Okay. By the way, I forgot I have sorcery points, so I have 2 3rd level spells that I can make if we want more fireballs, I guess.
When making a scroll, it would be too much to say that you could twin spell it for the duration of 1 hour onto 2 scrolls. That is too much.
Well, when you upcast Longstrider, it allows you to target more creatures with it.
That's different.
So that's what I was saying. Yeah. So that's why I was saying, Zanarei, how many spell slots do you have? Because I don't want you to waste a bunch of them on this. This is not that important. It's just like a little capstone bow tie would help. If you have like a level 1 spell slot that you don't mind using on Longstrider, it would be very helpful on Lenora, because she's going to have to run around a lot.
I mean, in total, I have 10 spell slots. I just need to get rid of something first.
You could just put it on a scroll a day before, and then change it the next day.
That's fair.
Zanarei, real quick, can you give me that advantage investigation?
You're cutting out.
If I can get that advantage investigation from Zanarei.
She rolled it.
No, I didn't.
No, that's from the previous week.
Oh, that's a different one? Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Dude, they just keep going down. That's crazy.
Steady decline.
So, it was above a 10.
Guidance.
Oh.
Guidance?
Yeah, how much does guidance
Oh, I can use guidance on myself, too.
D4.
Can I get 2 D4?
You can only benefit from 1.
Oh, that's dumb. Okay, that's fine. I'll just...
Can I restore balance and take away her advantage?
That's 17.
Very good. You beat a 15 is what matters. Since you don't
guidance matters.
personally know any of these people, but you do know there's 12 people in this camp. And most of them don't look very strong, but you do notice that there is 2 people who seem to be leading them. And they're like Strider saw they're Eldrin. It's mostly Eldrin, and there are like 2 humans and a single gnome. But they all seem to be.
God, it's the captain.
It's not him. It's not him. He is not heavily armored.
She doesn't know him. He doesn't know him.
Okay,
She doesn't know.
Very lightly armored gnome. So it's not the guard captain.
We don't know that.
Gnome Nomenson on his villain arc.
Do you, but you do not recognize any of these people. But there are. It seems as though that there aren't a whole lot of spellcasters amongst them. But there are the two main ones, being a human and an Eladrin. A human druid and an Eladrin something. They seem.
Hey DM, quick question.
Go ahead.
Can I add the potions to my inventory and then disperse them?
Yeah. If you want, you can put them in the ship, and then you guys could disperse them as you like.
At this point, there's 16 of them, right? Since it's 2 weeks plus 2
it's
days.
15.
15.
Because
okay.
You have one, and then you use one to be a restoration potion.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, because I have one on me, and then one for the restoration, so it'd be 4.
Well,
right.
You drank that restoration. Oh, do you have one from a previous day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. But over the 2-week period, there was 14 potions made. You can allot that to however many, if restoration or healing.
And
healing's beneficial.
For my sorcery point spending to get a 3rd level spell slot, I get 2 of them, and I'm gonna make 2 bless, 3rd level blesses. And I'm gonna give one to Cora.
Does bless just target more people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do I put it in the ship chat or the
potions?
Yeah.
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 If they're in the ship's inventory.
I'm also going to, I think, over the night, by the way, I'm going to draw out a little diagram of movements that I'm going to do if I'm in wild shape in order to communicate. And I'm going to hand them out to people.
Very, very good. That is amazing. Yeah, that's...
it'll be like simple things like target them or like target me or like run that way, you know, stuff like that.
Pretty fucking cool. And if you say anything out of those orders, whoever's trying to interpret them with like insight can have advantage since you already have a pre-prepared list.
Yeah.
But if it's anything you say with on that list, no check needed to interpret it. It is just an order.
You know what? I'll give you like an actual full list of it by the time we meet next week.
Pretty cool.
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Okay.
I got one thing that I want Bav to say to Lenora.
Yeah. Before you go, Frank, where you guys are is on the cusp of battle. So next session, it will be the battle. Solely.
The first battle in 17 sessions.
Wait, okay, hold on. One more time. Sorry, I have a friend I haven't talked to in like 6 years trying to talk to me, and like we're supposed to be getting drinks tomorrow
next
night.
session is fight. We fighting.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so you're just outside there.
Yeah, he just wants you to know that the next session will be starting with the fight and probably be mostly centered on
Oh, like we're going directly into the fight.
Yeah, so like next session will be your guys' like prep phase of like surrounding them or whatever you're gonna do. And it'll like the entirety of our time next session will be comprised of there.
Okay.
Just in case you want to brew some thoughts over the week.
I'm hoping that this is the most organized that we've ever been in combat coming up here, because
So far, yes.
it's a lot of prep and it's very cool. I don't get to do that a lot.
And I'm gonna talk to Lenora on our way there, as I'm like, everyone got up to take a piss, as a break on the way, and I sat back down right next to her, and I say, here, I think you should take this, just in case anyone charges Cora or yourself, and I'm going to hand her the dagger of venom.
Oh, from Brack?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I forget that I give you guys items, but yeah, she gladly takes that. And she looks at it and it's like, I don't recognize this craftsmanship. It's very interesting.
Yeah, we killed the pirate, and this is his knife.
I can tell it's very, very sharp and kind of oozing.
Yeah, he pressed the button, and then he stabs someone, and they die.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you. I wanted to ask as DM, who took the Starshot crossbow? I totally forgot about that.
Zanarei.
Zanarei, you need to make sure that you're attuned to that, by the way.
Yes.
As I am attuning to my clockwork plate.
And when you guys do arrive at battle, you'll be fully rested. You'll have everything you need. This is I feel like I'm kind of disappointed with myself because you guys only fight when it's a boss fight at this point.
I mean, it's fine.
But I feel like they're more theatrical, which is nice and interesting.
There'll be minion fights when we go out and find pirate boats that are separated from the flotilla.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh. I had a really funny thought that Perseus would just kind of walk in there. Let's see. Okay, so I think it'd be funny to have a surprise round, but I also think it'd be really funny if Percy just shows up and is like, "Hey guys," and then the surprise round is literally just Strider attacking them while Perseus is like, "Hey, where am I? Where do I go from? I'm lost."
Make sure that Strider and Perseus, you have the haste spells in your inventory.
Seeing as
Is there two or just the one? Because I already have one.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
seeing as they are insurgents, and also that you are recognized, and they have done espionage, they would probably know who you are.
Well, that makes it funnier.
I guess.
Just before the battle starts, he starts doing some small talk.
Hey guys, so like I have a thing to tell you all, and I pull out a book. Article 13, Section 76 of the Morn Call documentation says that you all are not actually allowed to be in these woods as they are government property, so you need to vacate the premises right now.
What's so funny is that's why they slaughtered fucking Strider's family, is because of shit like that.
Yeah, you absolutely cannot fucking say that. Strider might actually just side with them if you did that.
That is so ironic. I wish, if you want, only if you want, but I would implore you to please go back into the session archive from before you joined and read through it, as so much of the shit that you say directly affects the backstory from before you were here, and just stabs people in their heart.
Oh my god, how bad is it? Like, realistically speaking, how bad is it?
They killed, so the Killereth, who is one of the leaders of this insurgency, her brother was shot in the battle where they took
Yeah, and
Strider's land, pretty much.
yeah, like right in front of me too.
Yeah, he died. They escaped, but he died after the escape. He did not make it. And Strider's mother was shot through the throat, so her vocal cords were damaged for a long time. Which I wanted to say this, that since she was able to cast Dream Stride, that it was I don't know if you picked up on this, but it's a nod that she has the ability to cast vocal components again.
Gotcha.
But also a lot of their chieftain of that tribe was killed in front of everyone while they were using a doctrine like that to steal their land from them. Saying
Yeah, they were actually raining arrow fire on us while we were running. It was bad.
It was a bit to tell them that they just couldn't be on government territory. It wasn't. It's not. He's not actually gonna say that.
It's just that
that'd be wild.
If I wanted to let you know before you critically change some other person's story by saying
literally before I say something that could. Oh my god! It's like when you go back in time, right? And it's like, hey, don't touch anything because it might spiral out of control. And Perseus is just over here like, I don't give a fuck what Strider's backstory is. This is funny. Hold on.
It's
Strider, why are you crying? Why are you like, what is wrong right now? What's going on?
I think that this is not the first time that, without warning, I should have warned you many times in the past, but some things you have said has triggered Strider's PTSD of previous events from before you were here.
Oh, I could tell. I don't really care, but I could tell.
Bruh.
It is, I very much love all of your characters, especially for the way they interact with each other.
I rate Perseus on a 1 through 5.
He is a very hard 4. And the only reason why he's not a 5 is because I'm not playing him. All of my characters get a solid 5. Fuck all of them.
You know what's so funny? Josh did something in our Bartholomew one-shot for Empyreans that I can officially just canonize Perseus in Empyreans. Like what Perseus is supposed to be. And so they can fight. I'm tempted to make them fight Perseus.
Oh, your player character?
Oh, like only what he's supposed to be, not like what he is in Kerth right now.
Yeah.
Because this is not what Perseus was originally intended for.
Right.
At all.
But honestly, I feel like I haven't been giving Zanarei and Perseus enough attention, as like this. A lot of stuff that happens.
Zanarei, yes. Perseus, I think Perseus has gotten plenty. The only thing, like, maybe being
attention. I have not been giving it to you. But the next session will be very impactful for everyone, not just the battle, but how it will affect your character's, like, actual being.
I'm prepping a little sheet here where I'm going to be tracking effects that we have on different people so that I don't forget.
There's
going to be a lot of stacking.
The thing that Perseus wanted to talk to you about, by the way, Strider, is he was just gonna be like, oh, something, something, something. I do have, like, evil patron thing, something, something, something. I am also still very evil. If I ever lose control, just kind of, like, don't intervene. It's probably for the best.
I had a similar conversation with him, but it was, please intervene.
Just let it happen. I literally cannot guarantee the safety of these people that I get into fights with. It might not be my choice.
Unfortunately, Strider would probably let you know that neither can he.
Oh, look at that. We're on equal ground. Fist bump.
He's gonna just, like, kind of sadly look at you and not return the fist bump.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay, well, I'll give myself a fist bump. Perseus.
Strider is just kind of like in awe at the amount of not seriousness you display.
Is he just like doing that on the ride there?
Strider, listen. Okay, so like, no, this is the personal conversation the two of them are having. After everyone leaves the room, did Wynn stay?
She did. She very rarely leaves
Okay.
your side.
So, Strider, it's one of those things, and obviously you said that you can understand and relate to this. Um, again, I've said it. I know you will kind of take it as a joke because I haven't done anything exceptionally bad yet. And the reason behind that is that it's hard to do bad things when I have 5 people staring at me, making sure I don't do bad things. I look over at Win.
And that is the express purpose of them being there.
I try to keep you out of trouble, mostly.
So sometimes and I can feel it in my soul. Something that binds me, something related to my power as a warlock. Because whatever I don't know, maybe it's the thing I pledged my oath to originally before I became this monstrosity. I don't know, right? But that connection feels wrong. And I had a meeting with, in a dream with something that basically told me that I was good and not as evil as I think I am, which, that kind of shattered me to my core because evil and doom are sick and rad. But after that, I saw a figure standing in front of me, looking at me with disdain, and I'm almost certain that that was my patron. And I'm almost certain that if I don't start doing what they need me to do, I might just straight up lose my power. That'd be bad. For obvious reasons. You don't need a Perseus that can't do anything, right?
Perseus, I wouldn't kick you out of this company.
I would kick myself out.
Okay, well, I wouldn't kick you out.
I really don't feel like finding a new pact to make with somebody. You don't lose your power that they bestow upon you necessarily, but I really don't feel like going through the effort of finding someone else.
I want to make it clear to you that you have more worth than just your power gives you.
Oh, that's so sweet. However, you also my worth in my eyes is my ability to harm people, and I'm not allowed to do that this time, so.
Yeah, and I think that you'll find over time that you have more in your life than just the damage you can deal.
The point of this is I'm trying to say that I will do my best to adhere to Euro's wishes, but if I decapitate somebody, then damn.
It's a battlefield. Things can happen. I understand that. I just wish you to try.
I will put forth an effort.
Please make it a good one.
Win will say, and even if your patron shall forsake you and you feel as leaving, I will not leave your side.
When for someone who is contractually obligated to follow me around, the bumbling buffoon that is Perseus, you put a lot of faith in me. It's been like a week.
2 weeks.
Has it already been? I thought it was. Oh wow, time goes by faster. From the second week, have any memories been unlocked?
So you are the pact of the undead, and you have learned that you're not undead, but your patron is somehow related to the undead, but they are a type of devil.
Well, I guess it's not surprising that my deal would be with a devil from hell, considering.
But before you leave, and leave Win and Farron behind, Win will take Perseus aside and like hold one of your hands and say, I know you believe yourself to be a being of evil, but what you're
Doom and destruction.
Doom and destruction. But what you're about to do right now, I don't want you to be a hero, but I don't really have a choice as you are about to be one. You are going to fulfill the dreams and hopes of many people with with the party you are going with right now. And honestly, I don't care about the mission as my main priority. I am staying because it's the captain's orders. But I just want you to promise me that you'll come back to me.
You know, probably like a month ago, and I sit down on like a chair or something. Probably like a month ago, I would have listened to that and been offended like horrifically and started spouting something along the lines of like, "Oh, you wench, how dare you say that I won't return from a battlefield? I'm the strongest man alive. Me, Perseus, now Perseus dream." You know, something along those lines, right? And I see where you're coming from. I can confidently say that I will probably come back, more than likely, and I will, in one piece specifically. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
And as you are sitting down, she still holds your hand, but gets down on one knee to be somewhat at eye level with you, and she says, "You say that you were cast out of hell, and from the memories we've been able to unlock, that is true. And I think the reason why they cast you out is that fate has decided that you are meant to be a hero. And maybe not a hero to everyone, but..."
Has my alignment changed to DM? Is this your way of telling me that my alignment is no longer chaotic evil?
That is your choice. But she says, "You are at least, if no one else is, my hero." And she lifts your hand and kisses it.
So when, I mean, what do you think of the contract? I don't think you've ever given me an opinion on it. Not since we, were organized to be married.
I used to find my opinion on it irrelevant, as I would still be nobility and my goal still fulfilled. So I just thought of you as a means to an end and someone to possibly be a furthering of my wealth or power. But I, in current circumstance, would like to think of us as partners, and we will hopefully continue forging this bond.
No, so what you're saying is that you care about me.
Yes. So don't.
I'm gonna do the funny thing where like the dude will ruffle like their hair or whatever. I'm gonna be like, "It'll be fine."
And like she has like golden like straight hair, and now the top is like frazzled. But she's just she's like, "Just don't die."
I mean,
Again.
I don't plan on it. Again, yeah. I'm honestly not even concerned about the battle. I'm concerned about everything after it.
Well, should you succeed, you will be bringing these people home. They will be taken to court and punished.
Oh, you know I don't. You know I don't care about the conviction of these people. They were going to get what's coming to them anyway.
Most of them will probably be executed publicly.
And can I do it?
Well, the Lord has already promised you the position of executioner should they be successfully tried.
That's so true. But I say that I'm not scared of the future, right? However, and I trust you with this because we are literally under contract to be married. I would never talk about this with anyone else. Because Bav's a piece of shit. I would probably trust Strider with it, honestly. Yeah, that I haven't talked to Zanarei enough to know, but it is absolutely terrifying to think about whether or not I am what I think I am. And so far, it's kind of proving, like, if in this fight, it'll go one of two ways. I'm either proven to be a bringer of death and destruction, like what I've assumed for 500 years, or I'm not.
Or there's, well, I guess that is quite an ultimatum. It's either you are or you aren't. But
I don't think there's much nuance here,
truth.
because I feel that way, which is why I say, oh, doom, death, blood and iron, fight them, kill them, maim them, entrails across the street, because they deserve it. That's what, you've heard that speech before.
More times than is comfortable.
But it's charming, right?
To some.
Right? Gotcha.
I do not hold it against you, but it definitely is not the way to make impressions. Well, good impressions.
But you see what I mean, though, right?
Yes, you are afraid that the persona that you project is not true.
And with that comes, because I am very powerful with that kind of in tandem, is the whole, I don't know if I'm going to be able to protect them. Because obviously I wasn't able to protect whatever it was in my past. Memories or not.
Well, this is the material plane, so maybe things play out a little different.
Maybe? I mean, the material plane isn't exactly a big, fiery pit of nothing, so...
Exactly.
You'll be fine alone, right? What's your plan while we're all gone?
Well, I'll be here with Farron, and hopefully I'll have the ship painted fully by the time you get back, and then we'll...
Painted?
Yes, as that is...
You're not gonna paint it you're not gonna paint the room that nasty shade of white, are you?
No, I am going to follow the captain's orders and even out the black painting and do the gold and silver trims and liveries and do a nice touch-up on the K-Brick sigil.
Interesting.
As I have not really had a whole lot of time these last 2 weeks to do that.
Oh yeah, that's my bad. Kind of dragging you around. You know, if you don't want to, you don't have to follow me around. You know that, right?
I know, I choose to.
Weren't you the one who was the what specifically did you say? Hold on. Weren't you the head of the relationship?
That is only for you to take my last name. That is strictly formal. Which you were without one, so it seems fitting anyways.
Well, as far as we know, I was without one. Again, I tap the metal. I don't even know if Perseus is my name. It could be something stupid like Ron.
Well, hopefully with continued treatments you can either remember it, or you don't have to go by that medallion. You can just choose a name.
I can choose one?
Of course.
That's a thing?
Yes, people change their names all the time.
I would probably choose whatever name I had before.
Well,
Just because whatever it was probably fit me. In the same way that Perseus does now.
I agree. But it seems as though your party is ready to leave, and everyone has already packed up the cart.
Hmm. Carlos is just there too, right? Can I look through Carlos's eyes because they're close enough? I would assume. What's going on outside?
He is. Well, everyone is packed up and is like doing whatever last preparation they need to before they travel. But Carlos is intensely staring at one of the guards that was stationed here to protect the ship. And
Carlos, turn your fucking head, Carlos.
You can see that he turns his head, but his eyes do not stop locking on this man.
God.
And he is very uncomfortable. He has started sweating because the entire time we have been talking, and probably like an hour or two before that, he has been staring this entire time, has not blinked.
Carlos, can you please stop staring at him and like look at the rest of it so I can see what's happening for the trip, so I can make sure it's going smoothly?
Just normal morning call day for everyone else.
Well,
there's like no walls on the outside of the ship like that are high, so you could just like stand up and see what Carlos is seeing.
Well, I was assuming that they were under the deck, so.
No, she got you like right before you like disembarked.
Well, is there anything you'd like to do when we return? Anything at all?
Sail?
You'd like to go on an adventure?
I would like to stop being in Mourncall, particularly.
What, do you not like it here?
I don't mind it. It's just, either we sail away on the water, or we sail the skies and see things as a bird does.
I mean, you're from Terralin, right?
Yes.
What direction are we going after this?
We are going to Terralin. That's something that I did announce.
I mean, we will be returning back to your home territory.
Yes, the captain announced that.
Is there anything there you need to finish? Do anything of that nature?
No, I did all of that before I left.
So there's nothing binding you to that place?
Maybe the sweet shop that I used to visit, but that's pretty much it. I wasn't exactly a very interesting person. I am the 7th daughter of a not-so-noble family, so...
When you're interesting enough. You're not boring.
Thank you.
But sure, yeah, we can visit that sweet shop.
That would be pleasant, but I'm more concerned about helping you, as you seem to need help and I don't.
I mean, I don't know what I would need help with.
You literally cannot remember your own name.
And I've gotten this far, right?
Or the patron which gives you demonic and undead powers.
That one might be a little bit problematic.
Or the source in which you pull your faith-related powers, either. Which they may be one and the same.
Well, my oath was broken a long time ago.
Yeah, you got
Judging by the legends, you can kind of assume that, was visited by the original Oathbreaker, yada, 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 we're here now. So I can assume that one, at the very least.
Yeah, you got a lot. And she's like gesturing to all of you. You got a lot going on.
I'm just gonna joke about it because I think it'd be funny. If we ever do get actually married instead of being contractually married, I can just pledge an oath to you and then I won't be an Oathbreaker anymore.
That doesn't sound too bad, but I am nowhere near enough magical energy to provide you anything. So it would be strictly your belief in me and your want to protect me that would do that. I cannot replace your warlock patron.
Oh, no, I don't care about that.
I don't see a problem with that. And
Are you familiar with paladin oaths, or...
Not really.
The power from your oath kind of comes... It doesn't necessarily come from a deity or something like that. It comes from how strongly you believe in something. Literally forcing something into existence. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with anything of clerical nature.
Well, it's not clerical, it's paladin. Faith, but in a different light.
Yep, just the same thing.
Technically speaking, I could right now, I could walk up to Strider and be like, "Hey, Strider, I can just pledge my faith to you right now," and then I would just not, like, it would take some time, obviously, but...
Well, wouldn't you have to believe it, though?
Oh, 100%. In some alternate dimension, I'm probably, if there's a second Perseus in some alternate universe or something like that, there's probably... Oh, I don't want to think about that. Oh, that line of thought is bad. But you see what I'm saying?
Well, you have it. You have me around whether things go bad or not, or very good, for at least another 100 years. So you have that much time.
I'm sure we could find a
figure it
way
out.
to extend your life.
No, I am going to live well past 100 years. I'm saying for the contract that we have. You have at
Oh,
least
you meant the
that amount of time.
contract.
So you have at least that amount of time, and you are not immortal. So
That kind of feels like it.
you were kept alive by stasis on that cliff. Is something that we learned. So
Oh, hold on, let me quickly Google. How long do tieflings live?
the same as humans.
Yeah, they have the same as a human life.
Oh.
So I will most likely
Well,
outlive
tieflings
you.
are considered... Hold on, wait a minute.
They live up to like 200 years.
Yeah, so this is... The first thing that came up is World Anvil. Whereas the r/d&d subreddit says humans. The
Yeah.
World Anvil one says 260 to 270 years.
Yeah,
Regardless, he's long past.
But no matter what, I will most likely outlive you. By many,
Okay,
many
then I'll find a way to
years.
stay alive.
That sounds very interesting.
I mean, anything's possible, right?
Darling, I don't mean to rush you, but everyone looks very mad that, for one, you didn't help pack, and for two, that you are holding everyone up.
Well, they won't be complaining about me not helping packing when they don't have to be the ones to carry the fucking cart.
You're so right. Carlos does not look upset at all.
Carlos is Carlos. Carlos doesn't have anything going on in his brain. Don't even acknowledge Carlos because he's just probably going to stare at you. Oh god, he's doing it.
I don't have to worry about that. He is very intent on making that guard uncomfortable.
So anyway, what are we supposed to like hug or something now?
I will allow you to hug me if that is something you want to do.
How do you do that?
You embrace one another with your arms, usually, and you bring them in close and have bodily contact.
He's gonna give her he's gonna try to give her a hug, and he's gonna say something along the lines of like, "But these arms are meant for like punching and tearing things apart." So,
Are you are you being gentle because you are clad in armor and she is unarmored and
I definitely he's moving very slowly. Yes.
yeah, and as she returns your embrace and she says, "It doesn't seem that way."
What?
that they're only for punching, maiming, killing, bringing upon doom of your enemies, and all that is peaceful.
You don't need to give me my whole autobiography.
That's not what that word means. Autobiography means you wrote it.
Perseus
All
is
right.
an
Well,
idiot.
on that note, I'm going to leave. I will see you in a few days.
And as you guys are leaving, you see Farron come out. Wait! And he has like a box full of those little those like thin brown bricks. He's like, bricks, nutrition bricks.
Oh, Farron. Hey, come here. Come here. Yeah.
And he comes up holding the box of bricks. Yes.
I'll take those from you, and I take them, and I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, Farron, you listen to me. When we arrive in Terlin, I need you to find out where this sweets place is that that Wynn went to, and I need you to steal their recipe, and I need you to start making them on the ship, okay?
That sounds so fun, but I'm not from Terlin. I'm from Millicent.
I don't give a fuck where you're from.
I'm just saying I don't know what that is. I don't.
Okay,
I'm not
well
familiar.
then I'll figure it out, and then we'll do it together. How about that?
All right, Perseus, it's time for us to get into the.
Time for your mom to get into it.
I am also very much not sneaky.
Strider kind of flinches when you say that, by the way.
Oh God, what? You have mommy issues too?
Man, I'm gonna assume that was out
Everyone
of
here.
character.
Perseus,
What?
I have to say, was it in or out of character? Please.
It was
say.
out. I'll give that. That was out of character.
Okay.
He already made a joke about his dad. He's not gonna. Yeah. What? What's wrong?
Just get in the cart.
I didn't leave the cart. I just stuck my head out the back to take the.
But
Well, stick it back in.
Okay.
Fair
Hold on.
We'll say,
Okay.
eat these whenever, but also make sure to eat them before the battle. They are very
Hey.
nutritious.
Carlos, start going.
He's like, oh, okay. And he backs away from the cart to not to have like his feet ran over by the wheels or anything. Oh, bye.
Have a good one, Farron. Protect the ship. You know what to do. Make sure that Wynn is well fed. Bye bye.
And they both wave you off, and you leave. And so next session, you guys will be outside of their camp. The distance is enough so you wouldn't be detected of your approach. As you, I guess the way to put it is, you are taking roads, and they're
Well, can you just start with us describing our approach? How about that?
Oh, you mean next session?
Yes.
Okay, my bad. Yes.
Maybe have if there's any like last second interactions we want to have, do like a 5-minute thing maybe, or just do the approach. I guess actually
You
that'd
are
be
so
best.
the one to say 5-minute interactions.
I am Perseus. I talk a lot. I
Yes,
told you
you
at the
do.
beginning of this DM that you would hate me.
I
will make you hate
I
me.
love it, but this is why I did the week breakdowns rather than role playing them out, because I know that we would not get through a single week in a single session.
I told you that you would hate me.
I don't hate you.
Oh, by the way,
Also-
Zanarei, if we fail this mission, my god says that everyone's gonna die, and especially his dad.
What? Gods can't die? What are you talking about?
Out of character, I just wanted to go ahead, Frank.
Hmm.
According to the Player's Guide to Faerun, the average lifespan of tieflings is 90 to 150 years. There you go.
Oh, go! Let's go!
She would still outlive you by at least. It's just she's not
By a
100
while.
yet.
Yeah.
By a while.
I felt like it would be awkward since. So Strider grew up with an elf, and I was like, it doesn't make sense that they would grow up together, but elves usually mature like 100 years old, so they mature bodily at the same time as like humans, but they live to the full length of their life of like 1,000 years. So no matter what, like Wynn is in her like 20s, she will still outlive you by at least 800 years.
When isn't her? Oh God. Perseus is from an outsider's perspective. If you didn't know these characters, it would look like Perseus groomed.
That's literally what the contract is about.
Oh my god, you're so fucking right. Oh no. Guys, we need to find a way for him to stay alive for 1,000 years.
Just remove all your levels in Warlock and Paladin.
I also didn't want to be a buzzkill, but Find Steed also doesn't have the look through their eyes thing that the Find Familiar does.
It lets you communicate with them and you can see what they see.
It allows you to communicate telepathically. It does not allow you to see through their eyes.
Oh.
It also has a significantly larger telepathic communication range than Find Familiar does. Find Familiar has 100 feet. Find Steed has 1 mile.
I removed Find Steed from my spell list for the preparation thing.
I think if you don't have it prepared, I don't think the steed can stay.
Yes, it can. It stays permanently until it dies.
Yeah, it stays until it dies.
Very cool. I'm going to make so much use out of that. I'm gonna
that's why I said no. This horse is just alive. It can fight in combat as long as we keep it alive. It's good.
Also, another thing, anytime that Perseus casts a spell, including haste, by the way, on that targets himself, it also targets his steed, as long as they're within 1 mile of each other.
All I'm going to say is that we get the steed metal hooves, and then we cast Thunderous Smite on myself, and then it has Thunderous Smite hooves.
It does have Thunderous Smite. If Perseus casts Thunderous Smite on himself, the horse also gets it.
Yes.
A 5th level Thunderous Smite that is also applied to my fucking horse. How does that make you feel?
I'm going to call it right now that this is like the end of the session, so no more roleplay, but I do want to debate fucking rules. Fuck you for thinking that my flavorless scrolls... I make the scrolls so strong otherwise, but I just like having flavor on them doesn't make sense as they are like... Here,
well, you removed all the personality. That makes it sad.
It is a summon familiar from a scroll. It is not Zanarei familiar.
I think with how he's already modified it, it's fine because it makes it more exciting when you actually take the spell in, because you took the class, right? It makes being the class more exciting rather than just being able to get the spells outside of being the class. Because then it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, and Zanarei can go have someone custom make a familiar spell like that, but it would be their familiar still. That familiar is not connected to them, it is just like a copy of theirs with their personality. So if you want to find familiar spell that has a personality you want, you would have to find someone's familiar that has a personality you like.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want a familiar that has a personality that I like. I want a familiar that has its own personality without actually having to go out and adopt a freaking...
I'm sorry.
In my head, it plays out like the familiar would have some sort of personality similar to the caster, not the maker of the scroll.
So the way that we have made that scroll crafting works is that the reason why you don't have to concentrate on the scrolls because the caster, the original caster who casted upon the scroll is the caster technically, and the scroll is concentrating, not the person using the scroll or the original caster.
It makes sense. I just strongly disagree with it. I prefer the way that they operate normally.
Well, normally...
It just is what it is. It's a setting thing. I don't really care.
Yeah, also, normally, Find Familiar, the familiars are described as having no personality specifically. So that's also a homebrew thing, is to add personality to them, which is good. I like it. I'm just saying
it's a lot more fun to have a little fire ferret, like an Empyreans that will wrap around
little
Finley.
Fire otter.
Your little fire otter that has never been on screen for more than 30 seconds.
It's been on screen more than 30 seconds.
It was in one battle map, and I don't think it actually got used.
It's been in roleplay a lot more than it has in actual combat.
I don't remember a time it was ever used, I'll be honest.
Harsh.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go...
No, that's not in a harsh way. It's just I don't remember if it's ever actually been utilized. Because there was the initial thing.
Tired.
I am.
Yo,
I'm very tired.
Fun Fun fact, Tiefling didn't exist until Planescape. Huh. It was first introduced in Planescape.
Fun
Well,
fact,
I'm gonna go.
Noah's a nerd.
Y'all have a good night. Thanks for DMing.
Yeah, you as well.
Yep, thanks for DMing, Noah.
Yeah, thanks for DMing,
Yeah,
Noah.
thanks, Noah.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
And you, Michaela, thank you for also oh, okay.
That's not what I was saying that for, but okay.
We said you as well.
And Noah, thank you for DMing again. Harlequin, I really, really love the character that you've been playing. I feel like they have a great rapport with everybody else.
Yes.
Also, everyone go in general and look at his drawing.
No, don't look at it. It's ugly.
Look at it. He is so high.
He's not high.
He is high
Dude,
as
that's
fuck.
awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
He is so high.
I think he looks awesome.
The second image is an AI generated image that someone had done for me based on my drawing. But it was just like I was high when I drew that.
Okay, I'm going to bed. Good night, guys.
Good night.
I'm so embarrassed. How could you do this to me? Well, I actually have to go as well because I have training in the morning.
Better be paid training.
It is, I think. Hope. Either way.
Why do we not have a Rakshasa race yet? This is so sad. Sorry. I will see you another time.
No, now I have to know what the fuck is a Rakshasa. What are you?
It's a lion man with backwards hands. And also, he doesn't accept magic below 5th level or something.
Yeah, Rakshasa are immune to magic below 5th level.
Well, that's why it's not a race.
Yeah, but they can do a toned down version like they did with Minotaur and
homebrew.
Centaur.
Can I get a spells don't work on me class?
No.
I mean, they could do a toned down version. Come on.
You already have Leonin. Be fucking grateful.
But that's a lion person, not a tiger person.
Same thing.
This is why everyone was calling you out for being a fucking nerd.
I thought you were about to say furry.
And a furry twink. Fuck you.